Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on the YouTube, join our cult. Hello, welcome to a throbbing, thrilling, gristling episode of the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. Listening to the dulcet tones of Maffew, fresh from Glasgow.
Oh.
Ross.
Oh.
Fresh from his home.
Hello.
And Tom, fresh from Jeff Jarrett's My World.
Yeah, choke on that, slap nuts.
Did you?
I won't say until TMZ reach out.
But crucially, you didn't get a TC necklace.
Did not get a TC necklace from Jeff Jarrett. We did a lovely dance with Prince Nana and all sang Alone With My Baby Tonight. And I did steal the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Deathmatch Championship. And according to Wikipedia, I am its current champion.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much indeed.
Who's your next defense against?
I will probably defend it against Joel when he comes back.
Because he's the softest.
Because he's the softest. Soft. Lovely to be back, everybody.
It's good to see you.
It's nice to be here. So I replaced you last week.
You
and I
bloody
replaced
did.
Joel this week.
There you
so
go.
You're next.
Joel hasn't left the company. He's gone on holiday for a
Every
couple of
time-
days.
Don't say replace.
Every time someone is off now,
That's how it works now.
Yeah.
they're on holiday.
Joel is on holiday for the next 7 years. Yes, I wasn't here last week because I was going up to Glasgow to see AEW. I know why I said it like that, sorry. AEW Collision Dynamite taping and see some friends I've not seen since before lockdown, which is terrifying because that's a long time ago now. And so I decided to stay there. My intention was to come back and do the podcast on the day, but then out of nowhere on the Monday, my brother sent me a message going, don't suppose you're available or daft enough to go see AC/DC. With the 4 days notice. I went, actually, I will be in Scotland for that. So to see the beautiful Murrayfield Stadium. So yeah, it turned out to be a lovely little thing. Thank you for giving me permission to go see it.
That's fine, son.
It was funny because I'm like, thank you, Dad. It'd be funny if you were like, no, we have to do the podcast. It'd be like, all right, well,
It's AC/DC. If you're going to see, I don't know. If you're going to see someone less than AC/DC, then we've got a conversation to have.
that's every other band in existence,
other
of
band
course.
ever.
So it was nice to see the band that got me into rock and metal all those years ago. Watching Spike Dudley make his entrance in ECW, coming out to Highway to Hell. My dad going, that's AC/DC. And I went, no, Dad, it's ECW. And he went, no, son, you're a moron. Here's AC/DC Live, the CD. And I went, what the hell is this? Put it on and went, oh, this is nice. So yeah, finally good to see him.
So how long was the queue then? That's the big question though. Everyone at home wants to know.
It was a hydro queue as well. So
Yeah.
you haven't been in Scotland in a hot minute.
Yes, there were people waiting since the last time I was there.
The line.
The crazy
infamous
long
Maffew-
beards and whatever.
The infamous Maffew line.
Yes. There were people that recognized me and said, yeah, where's the queue? And I'm like, oh, God. So it's good that's become a thing. I left dry. So
Fair enough.
queue just goes around a circle like Ouroboros, I guess. But so it was, oh, God. Owen.
Are you all right, Owen?
Hello.
Replacement Joel is just wrecking stuff. So it's just...
Yeah, Owen to the side of us today. The lovely Owen Mawson.
Sorry, I haven't mentioned you in 5 minutes. So there's this subtle cue we read about in our notes. There you go. Owen will break something in 3 minutes.
I think I broke the webcam.
Really?
The light's gone off.
Oh, no.
So,
Owen, can you show us what you look like currently? Now you've broken the webcam.
Let's see how it goes. It
Maybe
might...
for audio listeners, what's going on for you?
Oh,
He's frozen.
I'm frozen. There I am.
Like Walt Disney, he's frozen.
You could just have janky animations like Tom goes to the vet.
Moment before disaster struck.
Owen, say nothing if you're guilty. I knew it.
Stare off to the right if you did the thing.
Well, that's me for the next couple hours, guys. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here.
There's a bee on Owen's shoulder, so he can't move.
It's an annoying gap in the phone because I thought Owen had done the dad thing of leaving the cursor on the screen, but it's
I
not.
thought it was, is that what it is? Thank
just
you.
a gap in the phone.
Oh, look at him.
Don't you hate it was a gap in the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone there forever.
Get that off screen.
Tempted was to leave that
Put
up forever.
that cigarette out.
So that was the reason why I wasn't here last time. But I had a lovely time. Talk about AEW Dynamite and Collision when we get to it, and that boring bit about wrestling we sometimes talk about. So I won't go on too much. But yeah, Scotland, bloody lovely, it turns out.
Yeah.
Sun was perfect for going to Hydra with lots of other sweaty wrestling fans. And Ravy Davey was giving out flyers to his show, and he saw me, and I went, oh, hi, Ravy Davey. And he went, oh, gee, blah, blah, blah. And in the dictionary of his mind, he's trying to go, to be, isn't it? But he went, oh, Big Show.
Yep.
Very happy about that. Hell yeah, buddy. Nailed it. Well. Aye.
You must have been in the queue that one time then.
Don't say that. I don't even Ravy Davey coming after me. Bloody hell, mate. So yeah, bloody lovely time. Worth missing the podcast for once a year. All right, whoa, steady now, steady. So then you went down to bloody London town.
To London, yeah. So thank you everyone who came along to join us for My World Live at the Boundary in Farringdon. It was myself, it was my best friend Jeff Jarrett, it was Grado, and our very special surprise guest Prince Nana, who turned up, and we all did the Prince Nana dance at the end. Oh, it was great. What a lovely time. Some really lovely people popped in to say hi. With considering there were so many other things on the calendar in London that weekend. You had Pro Wrestling Eve, you had 2 nights of Rev Pro, you had Coldplay up the road as well. And a lot of people came and chose us to hang out with at the
That's a tough
Boundary.
decision, isn't it?
Yeah, they weren't all easy choices.
So how was your queue, Tom?
Not as long as yours, mate. Sadly, not as long as yours.
This is a queue to buy drugs from the car park.
There was a bit at the end of the night where like there was like a VIP section. They were getting photos and autographs and stuff from Jarrett and Grado, and they've got a table set up, and I'm just sat on the table opposite with a pint, and I'm just going. And someone came over and I went, "Is this your bit?" So, oh no, I don't have a VIP section. I'm just having a beer, but you can have a picture if you want one. A couple of people had a picture with me, so that was quite nice.
That's nice.
No, it was a really, really fun time as well. I had a lovely time. So thank you very much for coming out and supporting us.
Gonna get the full smorgasbord of drugs on the evening. Coke from Tom, and then weed from Nana.
There you go. All sorted.
An upper and a downer.
I met Melina as well. I didn't mention that earlier. I mentioned Melina.
What drugs was she on?
She wasn't on any.
I don't care then.
She was doing like a reading from her new book, Other End of Town. And bless her, I said, I'm going to pop by and say hello. Do you mind if I plug the show that we're doing with Jeff Jarrett up the road at the same time? And bless her, she happily let me tell her audience, hey, we're doing this thing up the road. And then we had a bit of a chat for her show as well. It was good. So that was nice. Nice to meet Melina. I love Melina's lovely.
Is the name of her book The Other End of Town?
No, sorry. She was at the other end of London.
That's the name of the book?
Yes, the book is called The Other End of London.
Okay.
That was the one. Fair enough, Ski.
Thank you very much for that. And Ross, what were you doing?
Nothing. I've had nothing to do all week.
Oh,
that's it. So that's my life.
Did you have a little dance last night? Are you a newfound fan of Grimsby Town?
I did have a little dance last night. Fantastic scenes. Down with the Manchester United. But it is funny, especially for kids in the 90s.
Exactly, mate. God. So I don't care about football, but wait, Grimsby Town!
That was good.
Old whiskey nose Ferguson crying into his cup of tea.
I mean, it's happened since MK Dons in bloody whatever year that was.
Yeah, a few years ago now, wasn't it? 4-0. Remember the day.
So great.
So what was happening in the wrestling world of news?
Why do you have to ruin that?
Seems like Maffew keeps stalling.
I got a nice time just daydreaming there. All right, fine. The big news this week is, if you've been, not paying attention to anything, is the stuff that we can not touch about too much, because we'll go to detail later on, and also because of the rather serious nature of it. Raja Jackson.
Raja Jackson.
Beg your pardon, sorry. I practiced that before the podcast. I still messed it up. Yeah, Raja Jackson. You may know about this. Assault.
Yeah.
Blatantly in the ring, knocked out
Psycho Stu.
And also Raja Jackson is the son of Rampage Jackson.
He is, yeah.
Which is like, wow, what a small world we live in.
So the story goes that Psycho Stu mistakenly thought Raja Jackson, you got me going now, Raja Jackson was a professional wrestler, bopped him on the head with a prop can of beer, apologized profusely. That then was turned into an angle at the end of the show, and then Raja Jackson gets in the ring and does what he does against the whims of everybody in the world ever.
Yeah, and it's brutal footage.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I don't know this because people already sent me daft edits of it. It's like, haha, Matthew, look at this. And I'm like, this isn't funny.
Yeah.
At time of recording, Stu is conscious in hospital. He's got loads. He's got a lot of bones broken in his face, a lot of teeth broken, and it's a long road to recovery. I think nearly $200,000 has been raised via GoFundMe.
Yeah.
10,000 of which came from Mr. Beast. Who's invested in this story as well? Obviously, Chris Jericho
and another beast, Jericho,
Chris Jericho, and a bunch of other people as well. So a lot of money's been donated to help him get better and take some pressure off his family as well. AJ Mana, who was somebody else involved in it, has been fired from Knox Pro and his real job.
Real life, yep.
Knox Pro has lost its WWE affiliation status as a result of this as well, and a number of other people involved in it have also had have got elements of the story, but we're going to go into this as part of the big question later today.
I was going to say, if you do want deep dives on the different sort of chapters of the story, if you want, myself and Tom, I've just covered it on the news every single day this week, bit by bit. So we do the deep dives on obviously AJ losing his job and the statement he put out, because he was the guy who invited Raja Jackson to the show and got him involved. It's been a development one all week, hasn't it?
It has indeed. We'll talk more about it later, though.
Yes, we will. And a bit more uplifting news. Jake Hager has decided to give an interview against all common sense. Quote, I always find a way to say this every day, so I think everyone should too. Say F Tony Khan. I could tell that he didn't want me there. He offered me a year and a half. I was like, I just did Stadium Stampede twice. Don't act like Stadium Stampede didn't put AEW on the map.
It didn't. It was good.
Yeah, let's not kid ourselves.
They were on the map already.
And you were one part of a big thing. Yeah. I was in the debut episode of Dynamite. I was the big spoiler. I don't think that's the word you wanted to use there. And you offered me 18 months after all that. That was like 100 years ago. So it was that and the way that he started running the business that it really... Like, he wasn't a professional. This is how it's typed. After shared an example of Tony Khan's unprofessionalism. One rebuted, by at least one of the parties involved, when he interrupted a boys-only meeting, after, like the Little Rascals, after CM Punk's departure.
Boys Club, you're not allowed.
No girls allowed.
No girls.
The He-Man woman haters. Sting was there, me. Jericho, Brian, Mox, they're all standing at the front, kind of like talking us through this poo. Lo and behold, who comes into the room storming in? Daddy's little billionaire, and he's yelling at us because I think it was Dax and Cash Wheeler. Didn't want to come in. They didn't like the storylines, so they refused to come to TV that day. And he was like, listen, I'll put you in a 6-man 6 minutes before the show, and you're going to do it. And we're all just feeling disrespected. We became his little playthings, which... the FTR member proudly showed his DMs going, why would you name drop us? It wasn't us that did this.
But Maffew is fine because he said, I think, therefore, regardless of
that's a lie to begin with.
If you mentioned any names or not, he just said, I think. So that, if I think you committed a murder, I said, I think, so it's fine.
Could. Oh, get rid of that. But yeah. Jake Hager then also said some of that. It's an amazing interview. It's like, what's that thing about, like, sometimes people think you're stupid. Sometimes better to just shut your mouth rather than open your mouth and erase all doubt.
Yeah.
He said, I wanted the idea to be that he would have that hat, and he did have that hat, and it was the most successful thing about him for a while. And all he would say was, I like this hat. Like he was Groot from the Avengers. And I'm like, and I heard him say this, and I immediately regretted hearing him say that, because I'm like, you didn't say anything. Your best promos, considered by many people, were when you were quiet.
He did one good one where he recited a poem. I remember that one.
Okay, yeah.
In AEW. Obviously, his 5-star wrestling promos, the best of all time.
Oh, could mean no one's touching
better
that.
than Dusty Rhodes, baby. All that kind of stuff. If you were there, you know. But, it feels like he's a bit overestimating his impact in AEW compared to what it actually was.
Yeah. No one noticed you left. And it's so funny. He legitimately hates TK. I'm like, okay, the guy who's paying you?
Yeah.
And he's just like, how disrespectful for the guy who owns the company to tell me what to do. I'm like, are you all right,
I'm
mate?
keeping him around for 18 months, by the way. What if he went, get out the door now?
How dare
18
you?
months later?
How dare you pay me to do very little?
Can any of you three name one spot from that Stadium Stampede match of Jake Hager's?
Involved Jake Hager?
Yeah, I can't think
remember
of
Kenny
one.
Walked out.
Kenny and Hangman at the bar, remember that bit?
Yeah, I remember that.
That's not Jake Hager.
The swimming pool stuff with Sammy
The
Guevara.
golf cart.
Yeah.
The golf cart.
The jumping off the
Hangman on the horse.
Yeah.
No Jake Hager
No
spots.
Jake Hager.
Was he there?
I legitimately can't remember.
Yeah, was
he a
he
cameraman?
involved?
Jake Boom Mike Hager. Right. It's just so funny because he also said, Goldberg, how dare you come in here for $800,000 and do a spear? Get out of here. It's like, he's not saying you're disrespecting the business. He's saying, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't.
And it's so, because he's previously said, he's a communist, that Tony Khan. I'm like, yep. Lots of billionaire communists. Thank you, Jake Hager, for being the prat we always thought you were. Much appreciated. We needed some levity this week, and you've been there.
He's retired from wrestling now. That's sad. For fans of 5-star wrestling.
He said he regretted his AEW run. He should have just done MMA. What, fighting plumbers? All right, cheers. Much love. WWE embarrassed by Becky Lynch's Ozzy Osbourne promo on Raw. While setting up their women's IC title match for Class in Paris, Lynch said You can have your match, but in Paris at Clash, because I'm not wrestling in Birmingham. The only good thing that came out of here died a month ago. But in fairness to Ozzy Osbourne, he had the good sense to move to LA, our proper city, because if I lived in Birmingham, I'd die too. Brian Alvarez has reported in The Observer Live that WWE are embarrassed about the situation and are considering either a public or private apology. Quote, I was told WWE is embarrassed and they're going to probably do an apology. They may not. Oh, there you go. There's The Observer that we all know and love. But if you look back at how many times WWE has actually apologized for something, it ain't many. And there's discussion about doing a public apology. I know they've talked about doing a private apology, says Alvarez. Cool, cheers.
Yeah. They should have just asked the Osbournes. Is it fine if we mention Ozzy Osbourne this close to his actual death? Yes or no? That's all they need to do, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, I can see some people defending it going, look, she wasn't trying to say, ha, Ozzy died. Just say Birmingham's bad, and no one's going to disagree with that, sure. No. But it was the only good thing that happened here. Died last month. You're like, oh. You really went hard on that died word, didn't you?
And as somebody from the West Midlands, I dispute that the only good thing to come out of Birmingham is Ozzy Osbourne.
Here we go.
Go on.
The boss, Les Ross from BRMB. 96.4 FM.
Oh, it's a radio thing.
It's a radio thing. The boss,
yeah.
Les Ross. He's back weekdays from 7 on BRMB.
Keep it more local, Tom. Anything else? Is that it?
No, because by the time this comes out, I finished my shift covering BRMB Drive.
Okay.
So there's no point plugging that now.
So the two pillars of Birmingham.
The Bull Ring. That's also a good thing to come out of Birmingham.
Is that a guy?
No, it's a shopping centre.
Oh. Okay.
It's no Metro Centre, though, is it? Bloody hell.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not even an Eldon Square.
It's got a big bull outside it.
What's that called that Granger Mark hasn't got?
Quite a few train stations.
Ooh,
Stonehill, Moore Street.
Ooh, steam engines.
All the mod cons.
Steam.
Grand
Look, got air conditioning. Right down the window.
Grand Central Station now has a champagne bar, I'll have you know.
Oh, it's got electricity, has it? Bloody hell.
And they're adding running water next week, so you can back down.
I like last time I was in Birmingham, I like seeing all the guys get off the car and wind up the front with that little stick. And then feed the donkey.
Black pudding.
Yeah. Don't swear on this podcast. All right, mate. Okay, Birmingham's all right. Calm down, man. Demonetized. Yeah, so that was that. Good promo, though, I thought.
It was a good promo.
That was in the news. Other stuff about Danhausen's contract being extended against his wishes, which is, okay, not funny, but it is funny when it's like something bad happens to Danhausen and all the images that we use on Cultaholic.com for all your news is a picture of Danhausen going, like he's reading and finding out in real time. Jake Hager was right. Tony Khan is a communist. Yeah,
they've not used him properly in ages. And they've gone, right, my contract's already done. I'm ready to go. And they went, we're extending it. So we're going to keep you for longer to do nothing.
That was last week. That was before last week's podcast, I'm sure, that news.
It's been a very slow news week. So the only thing was Kevin Nash is he went to SummerSlam, which shows how far ago this is. But he also didn't have a seat.
That was, again, before last week's podcast, I'm certain.
All right, well, yeah.
What are you doing, Maffew?
We're supposed to be making this a bit less long, aren't we? I'm sorry, I've had a week off, and I'm very happy to see my two lovely friends. We'll move on to the next bit now.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame. E-Bayek.
Rough and tumble.
In condescending order from last week, a very acclaimed week, according to the Patreon voters. The Biggest Loser Australia TV show, 9%.
Oh, sod off. It's a good show, that.
Just a bad Hall of Fame pick.
Livid with that. I had some lovely messages about that this week.
Hasn't there been a thing about The Biggest Loser? Isn't there a thing on Netflix
there's a
about
Netflix
what a
one
dodgy
on there now.
thing it is?
Yeah, it's always.
Well, you timed that well, didn't you? Bloody hell, the expose is on Netflix.
Is that what they were forced to put themselves for the drugs and whatnot instead of like actually just losing the weight?
They had caffeine tablets and stuff to help them, and they were dehydrating before weight loss, for weigh-in and stuff like that.
But what you just described was very similar to what happened with Tom and the. Anyway, moving on. Herpes, a fun little reminder that you're alive. That's a quote. 40%. 40.
Hey, it was neck and neck for a couple of days there between that and the winner. Up the herpes.
Why have you got herpes and the winner? Big Jim's Big Jim, 51%.
This is Joel again. I think Joel is coming out as a homosexual. There's 2 weeks in a row now. He's gone for real men. Now he's gone for Big Jim's Big Jim.
Hey, real recognising real. I'm glad that there's 2 people of Cultaholic's Patreon voted for cock over herpes. That's how it should be. What are we moving on, Maffew? A true Hall of Fame.
No, I should say, the herpes thing came around because Mandy Rose revealed there was a herpes outbreak in the Performance Centre a few years ago.
Yeah,
That was
she
in the
did say
news.
that.
Yeah. So off the back of that.
Damn it! I didn't want you to bring up the context. Just random as hell. Hey, you know what's good? Herpes.
Just because.
Well, it's me first because Joel is dead. So I, being an old white English person, rather like the work of Tim Curry. And it came to my astonishment, and I thought, I'm going to put Tim Curry in the Hall of Fame this week, but what specific thing can I put in? You can't just put an actor down, because people can look at the picture and go, oh my God, Tim Curry's dead. So instead, I thought, well, if I go to YouTube and type the words Tim Curry, what's the first thing that comes up? And would you believe it? It's the thing you're thinking of right now if you're of a certain age, of a certain nerd. It is, of course, Debate in Red Alert 3, where he nearly corpses delivering his line.
Yeah!
Where he plays the evil Soviet a cosmonaut, as it turns out, as he tries to evade the enemy and get somewhere safe. Owen,
Yes.
can you play the footage? You can. No one's going to get sued for
can.
this. Fantastic.
We're not going to get in bother, are we?
No.
No.
I asked him, Curry said it was all right.
Oh, that's all right. That's fine then.
Commander, you've rained on my glorious parade.
He's great.
For this, I'm sending everything I've got at you. But I won't let you have the satisfaction of catching me. I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Nearly laughs.
Space!
He gives it his whole arse.
Do you know what I noticed is that when you watch that clip, Tim Curry's lips move at a different speed and time to Tim Curry's teeth. Like, you watch the teeth and the lips, they're like synced up, they're like out of sync.
Yeah, and I've heard from people
great.
that people go, look, he's about to laugh, haha. I'm like, Tim Curry's a professional, just he's in character. And it turns out, no, they would just do the lines, write them down and do them bit by bit, like the Sammy Guevara promos in AEW. And so apparently his reaction was genuine. He said, what am I saying? Oh, okay. Space! Yeah. So I love that, and I love Tim Curry, and I just wanted to share that with people who are unaware of that amazing line delivery. That's my bit.
That's
Who
a
is
good
next?
shout, that is. That's a
That
good
was me
shout.
with herpes last week. Coming next.
Phrasing.
Yes, lovely. I'm going to go for my poo during my stream last week because people said they were going to. People were bullying me, right? You know, you've got to go and you got to go, and people were like, we're going to tell Maffew to be nominated for the Hall of Fame. So I was like, I'm going to get in there before
They
Maffew,
didn't.
not knowing before.
Oh, I
Joel's
mean,
gonna win.
yeah, they were about to do that. Oh,
Yeah.
no, damn you.
So that's what I came with this week to try and usurp your pick. So I'm going to go for mine because you got to go and you got to go.
So
And it was
you
like-
were streaming
obviously-
and you needed a big poo
There
during the
was like
stream.
half an hour to go. I was like, I can't hold this, everybody. I need to go. So I just left.
Because you want a quality stream and you don't want Ross thinking about needing a poo for half an hour. You want to go to have the poo and then have a relaxing, like, calm half an
It
hour.
was putting me off playing the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing the AFC
Wait,
2.
how long had you been streaming before you needed to poo? So like 2 minutes?
No, about
really badly
I think
timed.
about an hour and 10, something like that.
Oh,
So just
there's a rookie number.
I'm not a guy who could hold for ages. When the age comes, I'm away. It's
Yeah.
a terrible thing. My bowels rule my life in many ways. So yeah,
I know
I always
people
felt sorry for him. No, that's not all normal people are like that.
No,
Yeah.
because I had a mate who never went to the loo outside of his own home.
yeah.
And it's like, so what happens when you
yeah.
go away for like a week? I just wait till I come back. But you don't go for the whole
Impossible.
weekend. Like, I was like baffled by that.
What are they on the? What's it? What do you take to stop yourself pooing?
Imodium.
Imodium, yeah.
But cork.
Oh, right, like those bloody American women on that bloody Netflix show about the ship that's just stopped in the middle of the ocean. They're
Oh,
like,
the poo cruise.
The toilets are filled, so please poo in a biohazard bag. And they're like, I ain't pooing in no bag. They're like drinking Imodium like Austin would drink beer. Like, how you doing, honey? I'm all right.
So your midstream poo.
Midstream poo, yeah.
Midstream poo.
Just great
Was
times.
it a good poo?
It was very small.
Yeah.
Very small.
Oh, that's a
The
disappointment.
build-up was like an over-deliverance in terms of what actually came out my ass, which was a bit of a shame. Because you want a satisfying poo, don't you? You
Yeah.
do. You
Yeah.
want one. But I
Fan
didn't
of a
get one.
satisfying poo.
But it brought us a halt to my stream for a little bit, but we got back
Wait,
on that.
how long did the whole last?
Somewhere between 8 and 10 minutes, I'd say.
8 and 10
I was
minutes?
just sat there just looking at my kitchen, yeah.
I was going to say, I'm really not digging this. What's your bit? 10 minutes? Oh, that's bad.
You pooed for 10 minutes.
And it was a small poo.
That's a pretty short poo for me. Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
But what?
yeah.
You need more fibre in your diet.
20 minutes, yeah.
I'll say I mean,
What?
Yeah.
I'm concerned now.
I have like a morning constitution where I can be in there for about a quarter of an hour, but I'm normally doing other things. At the same time. Most of the news videos are written while I'm on the loo.
Oh, I don't know that.
Multitasking.
Yeah, multitasking. But like when that seems like a lot for just like a small amount midstream.
Yeah.
Because if I was midstream, I'd be like, I want to get this done as quick as possible to get back to it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to leisurely do this one. I'm going to just.
I like to finish.
Fair.
I don't like to have,
It's a strong finish.
when you have a wipe and you just keep going and keep going and keep going. It's like you're just wiping a felt tip pen.
I would.
Don't want that sort of
Beautiful.
thing.
Oh my God.
Beautiful analogy.
I would recommend a touch more fibre in your diet.
Would you actually?
Yeah,
I'm a pretty regular guy.
All I'm saying, but I'm just saying, if the amount isn't substantial, but you're in there for a long time, that sounds like you're probably.
I was pretty I'm just on about in terms of.
Are you straining?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why is this turning into a doctor's session?
I'm just
worried
about you, mate.
concerned.
I'm
Like,
worried about you.
10-minute poo. I mean, if you've got to go in a small poo for 10 minutes, that doesn't sound right.
No, I don't know if I've phrased this incorrectly. It was a smaller than average poo.
Right.
But midstream,
Yeah.
I'd be in and out checking it all about.
Yeah.
I'll wait till the exact moment I'm turtle
I'm not
headed.
going to harm myself
Back
just
in
for a
10
stream.
minutes,
Yeah.
gone pooing.
I'm not going to harm myself just for a stream.
I'm bent over like a finished Capri Sun, like, I'm going to finish this.
Get this done.
I've got to watch Nitro from 2000.
Exactly. I'm not doing that.
No.
I'll go and do my business and then come back as I like. I read the whole newspaper. It was great.
I'm with the commenters. Like, 10 minutes for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darkside Phil takes shorter breaks during his stream.
Yeah, but we know what he does on his break.
Camera's been on the whole time, huh? All right, so your midstream poo is yours.
Hall
All
of
right.
Fame.
That would be funny if you're like, I've got to have a wank, lad. Sorry. Sorry, look, I'm bored. The T's doing the stream. I'm just going to go toss one off.
I'm going to nominate my midstream wank. No. I want
During my world.
during my
Oh my
live.
God.
I left the mic on and everything, like Naked Gun. No, I'm going to nominate the orange cat that lives round here. Round the Cultaholic offices, there's a little ginger cat that lives round here.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it? I've seen him 4 times now. First time I saw him, and because I'm a cat owner, whenever I see a cat, because I never used to like cats until I got Pablo. But now when I see a cat, I'm always like, it's just, no matter where I am, how many people are around, I'll see a cat and I'll go, hello. And I'll kneel down and go, hello. And the first time I saw this orange cat, I said, hello. And I kneeled down, he came over and he let me give him some fuss. Let me give him a bit of fuss. And the second time, it was the same again. And then as I was leaving 2 days ago, I didn't clock him, but I swear to God.
Thank you.
I swear he was having a midstream wank. No, I swear on my own life. I heard a cat go, hello. And it was a little ginger cat poking out the
You
hedge.
lay off that coat.
He said, come this way, Tom. The Magic Kingdom is waiting.
You go down, you have some
it was a
iron brew flavoured weed with the lads.
The cat
and I'll look
saw
at you.
me and went, hello. Like, there was a meow that sounded like he said hello. And I was like, hello. And then I went over and I knelt down and he let me fuss. I was like, hello? Did you say hello? And as I'm doing this, there's a load of construction work around here. And I'm doing this going, have you had a lovely day? Have you had a lovely day? 2 construction workers just staring at me having a chat with a cat. So I just went, it's not my cat. I don't know why that was my instant reaction. It's not my cat. Like, I'm just going to own it. So yeah, I'm going to nominate the lovely ginger cat that lives round here. And hopefully he blesses me with a little visit as I'm leaving here today.
The little ginger cat that only you can see that talks to you. Right, we need an intervention for Ross's bowels and your brain.
Hey, want to see a dead body?
What does the cat tell you? Ross needs to check his prostate.
That's why the builders were staring. There was no cat there. That's why they were staring at
I
you.
think Owen's got a point, actually. just me talking to like a pile of VHS tapes. Have you had a lovely day?
Isn't there a drug called Meow Meow or something?
Meow meow.
No, that's two.
Oh, please,
no, that's
please
two.
ring up your dealer and ask for some meow meow.
No, that's 2 cars going past very fast.
You've turned Maffew French. That was that good.
That was a very. I'm getting ready for this weekend.
I'm going to nominate that joke for the whole effect.
No, you got your dodgy hallucination.
My potentially hallucinogenic cat.
Your version of the Great Gazoo from the Flintstones. All right. The camera. All right, mate.
That's what it is.
Wow.
Right. There you go.
What a wild ride.
Is that better than Biggest Loser Australia, you Philistines?
We'll read the comments this week and see if they're any better than last week. But that looks great to me. Yeah. So we have Tim Curry, space. That's all you need, really, isn't it? Space. We have
My midstream poo. My normal midstream poo.
Ross's abnormal 10-minute stretch to do a lower than average poo.
Yeah.
You know what, as you've said that, we've all imagined rabbit pellets coming out now.
Oh, no. It's probably the size of Owen, to be honest with you. But that's smaller than normal, so...
Oh, well, now you put the context to it. Oh, okay.
So smaller than normal.
Yeah, is a poo not a 15
If I show you
minute event?
if I show you the Bristol stool chart, will you show me what it looks like, just so we can really confirm everything?
Not on the podcast,
And
no.
everything's going all right in there.
Everything's fine.
Oh, okay, that's
I'm
cool.
a pretty regular
Yeah,
guy.
on a scale of rabbit pellet to Jake Hager's last interview, where was on the scale? And we have finally, and I say finally because Tom won't be here next week. It's hard to do a podcast. We've got a padded jacket on.
It'd be me and the ginger cat on a boat.
Yeah, Tom's imaginary ginger cat that only he can see and he talks to.
Imaginary.
Christ on a bike. Mailbag at oh, God. Oh, you moron. You absolute moron. You have 1 week off. Got to do everything. Patreon.com/Cultaholic. And while you're there, you can remind Maffew what the bloody bit's called. You can also become a proud Patreon person
Producer.
and get a lovely... That's the word. Reno 2200.
He's from the future!
Noah
Anderson.
Let me wait a minute. Levi LaRue.
Going in for the kill. Doing it for the thrill. Why are you joining in, Owen Mawson, you coward?
Hoping you understand.
You have to teach me these beforehand.
You don't hear them.
No one watches
I'm talking to the cat.
Jimmy Gillen.
Killer! The best a man can get.
Josh Fair. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. It's coming on. Josh Fair.
Josh Fair.
Theo de Havilland.
Oh, that's the old Havilland. Oh, that's the old Havilland.
And wow, it's someone new.
Bollocks knows
Here
what
comes a
to
new
do.
challenger.
I've got one.
Nova Chrono.
Nova Chrono.
There you go.
Ginger cat. Ginger cat.
The ginger cat told me that one.
He's not real. Happy voting. And mind your poos.
That says this week in the wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
This week in wrestling. SmackDown in Dublin. Women's IC champion Becky Lynch lashed out at her home Dublin crowd. Jade Cargill emerged to help WWE Women's Champion Tiff Stratt repel a 2-on-1 attack by Lynch and Nia Jax. SmackDown GM Nick Aldis announces that Stratt and Cargill will battle Lynch and Jax in the SmackDown main event.
As a brand split loyalist, lads, it was strange to see the secondary champion of the other brand here on SmackDown when the secondary champion of SmackDown can't even get booked.
I
Julia.
It's true, though.
That's who it is. Just in case you forgot, that's who it was.
Oh,
Julia.
thank you for reminding us.
Every time I think of the Women's United States champion, I go, oh, Chelsea Green. We're several champions removed since then. It was the brand splits. It's now just a very casual brand split. It's not so much a forbidden door. It's more just like a door where someone's broke the hinge. It's a revolving
I was going to say the
door.
forbidden revolving door.
It's a revolving. It's not even forbidden. It's a
it's
welcome revolving door.
Slutty revolving door.
WWE slutty revolving door.
Lets anyone in, so it does. But I enjoyed the Becky promo here. She's aghast about the media coverage about her return to Ireland, so she's basically American now. She called Oscar Wilde a loser because she's a best-selling New York Times author, whatever the bollocks she was saying, and he's not, which I didn't know. And Bono needs to take his sunglasses off indoors because only wrestlers get to do that. A fire line.
Oh, she turned face then. Does James Joyce have a bestseller? No, but I do. Fantastic. Yeah, and I like the theme of it being, well, I'm American now because I'm successful. I'm back in my home thing, which is a real thing when you know, about leaving this little part of the world and going overseas to the big wide world.
She went to America and found her fortune.
Yes.
Like they did in
James and the Giant Peach.
I was going to say 1923, but James and the Giant Peach also works.
They found a massive peach. But it's a shame to see Nia and Tiffy back in a feud. I'm asking, did it even end? Apparently it did for a bit, but now it's back on again.
Oh.
I had a look how many singles televised matches have had this year, dating back to the start of January. The score is currently 4-0 to Tiffany Stratton.
And the last one was the Saudi show, right?
I think so.
Yeah, the street fight or something.
Yeah.
And we were like, thank God that's over.
And now we're back.
Damn you, Road Dogg.
she talked about her hot American husband, and the crowd chatted CM Punk, and she went, no one wants that old ass. Yeah, get him. Also, crowd chanting even for Katie Taylor, which I was like to sing. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, she's Irish as well.
Yeah, and she's very successful.
And gets a lot more media coverage.
Yeah. and then the same old blah blah tag match main event. Oh, it's SmackDown.
Yeah.
The Miz and Carmelo Hayes defeated the Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh, Mello getting along with Miz. Like, Miz is not being manipulative. He was lying about the match being booked a couple of weeks ago, and Mello appears to be going along with it for the time being. The weird Irish crowd gagging for the Miz when Mello's not in there. They can't have watched NXT, these Philistines in Ireland. My goodness me. Miz getting massive cheers when he tags himself in. A well-worked match I've written down. Based on the weird-ass crowd, it's the only way the match could have finished with the Miz getting a poo house, but a very popular win after Mello did the hard work. Being used, he is the young boy.
Nailed it. I preferred the bit beforehand where bloody everyone's favourite NXT tag teams, obviously Ireland didn't like them, so don't get NXT apparently, were staring directly at where the Miz was, started talking about how bad the Miz was, and he appeared. And he's like, but the way he was positioned, he had to be directly in front of him for this shot to work.
Is that when Nathan's dressed like... He called him a nonce. He's got the blazer on. He's got the jacket under the blazer. He's got a weird James May-esque shirt.
That's just how he dresses.
He looks terrible, bless
He
him.
doesn't look great. And that comes from wrestling lads on a wrestling podcast,
we look even worse, but he looks terrible.
Exactly. Ha ha. But yeah, it was just funny seeing the Miz being so over because he's got tenure and a half. And also because everything Mello said about him was true. Thank you, Machine Guns, make them look so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Decent enough.
Yeah.
Piper Niven defeated WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Charlotte Flair. That's so good. I'm going to say it again. Piper Niven beat Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the kind of booking that'll continue to get Charlotte cheered because that's the one stick you can't beat Charlotte Flair with, even though it's not her fault. It's how she was booked for many years under most of the Vince McMahon regime. Let's just shoehorn her in the WrestleMania main event because she is Charlotte Flair. But having her lay down on her back and getting pinned by Piper Niven, that's the way to continue her getting booed. One less stick to beat her with.
Yeah, it's true. Bring her down a little bit. And then lovely to see Piper Niven getting such a big dub. Let's go.
Yeah. Piper took a battering for most of the match, but then she's kicking out with moonsaults and all kinds of moves. The numbers advantage is the thing that turns the tide. A Piper driver. Yes. And it's over.
I like how you roll your R's. Trying to pause the stream. I need a poo. It's great.
Yeah, it's going to lead to the Secret Service challenging Flair and Alexa Bliss on SmackDown tonight.
And they will lose.
Yes, they will. Not a chance. I just put, hell yeah. Crowd again has great taste and cheered and chanted for Chelsea, green, white, and orange.
Hey! To give her a full name.
Yes. John Cena unleashed a verbal assault on Logan Paul before hitting him with an AA. God, that almost sounds halfway exciting, doesn't it?
Well, I thought this was quite a decent promo. Some good material from both lads. Logan Paul calling Ireland England. Lol. That's pretty good.
Your lol then was funnier than anything you said.
The line where he says to John Cena, if I want attention, I don't need to get naked at the Oscars to get it. Hey-o!
Yeah,
that was 3 years ago.
Ritual from the Oscars.
Yeah.
As they apparently is what it is.
Yeah, that was a weird...
It was, I like they brought up
about that.
What was accused of being a humiliation ritual for John Cena.
Yeah, get your dick out.
Yeah, that's how they do it. That's how you get in.
If I was John Cena, I would not mind being naked at the Oscars.
I would happily.
Oh, no, please, no. Not my...
If I had a body like John Cena, I'd get naked at the library. Like, I get naked everywhere.
Please don't. That's illegal.
The cat told me to do it.
Yeah.
It's just John Moxley and Tom in the corner.
Moxley's like, whoa, don't start at all.
My dream Saturday night.
I enjoyed John Cena using the word wankor before saying we're stuck with Logan. He's not an outsider, but he's a disappointment because he had 23 matches, whereas John's been here for 23 years. And then I thought that the stuff that Cena was saying was true, which is where all the best promos are based. Because we know he's here for the wrong reasons as Logan Paul. He's a parasite who just wants prime all over babies in sticker form, advertising. You know what I mean?
Yes. Thank you for clarifying.
It's such a breath of fresh air having babyface John Cena back.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much I missed it until we're seeing promos like this with Logan Paul. Like this is exactly where he needs to be the whole time.
Good.
You know, he can say he did the heel run, and now we can crack on with the rest of the retirement tour.
Talk about my brand new conspiracy that he deliberately made that bad so he can go, see, You were
do you
wrong for
reckon?
years. Yeah, decide that now.
I just think we've found that one of the things that John Cena's not very good at is being a bad guy.
Yeah.
because it's actually difficult for him to really dial into that because he's very grateful for everything and he's a good lad.
Yeah. And he wants to make money.
Yeah.
And who can blame him? Logan's Paul shtick is so generic, it should have Morrison's own written on the side here. Just does absolutely nothing for me.
He called Ireland England.
Oh, my God.
Lol.
Oh, that's not right, because that's over there. Cena threw softballs at him by saying, hey, what you said wasn't true. But I approved of him briefly mentioning Logan Paul's legal issues as well. Oh, good, they do exist. As well as calling him a backflipper who was here to sell salt water.
Ooh.
But I don't care about this match. Don't care about this feud.
I don't
no
care
one
about
cares
the
about
feud,
Clash
yeah.
in Paris. No one's clicking the videos about it, so who cares?
Yeah, I think the conspiracy theory on the whole Clash in Paris thing is it's the last Peacock PLE. So WWE going, we're just going to put nothing into this. But we're going to make sure the French crowd are happy by having a banger SmackDown before it and a banger Raw after it. But we're just going to really phone in Clash in Paris so we can do all the big matches on WrestlePalooza on ESPN next month.
They're going to bookend it with so that the French people have to buy 3 lots of tickets, not just one.
I mean, that's on brand for what WWE are up to at the moment.
Yeah, and they're doing it very successfully.
Yeah.
So. Good for them, I guess. The Street Profits defeated JC Mateo and Tonga Loa.
Disgusting scenes in this match. The crowd chanting, "You can't wrestle" to JC Mateo.
Oh, that's an amazing reaction from Wade Barrett going, whoa, 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 whoa. This man wrestled at the Olympics. And I put here, Wade managed to not add, don't you mean lower? He's rubbish.
No, but he's the best wrestler in the entire stable. And I think it's a fantastic commentary on how he's being presented as part of the...
I'm not liking the way...
He's just the spare part, isn't he?
He really is. And it's not right for him. No. I think we can kind of put this into... This is the JC Mateo era. You know, that'll be him... You know, then
this is the genesis of the era of JC Mateo.
Do you reckon it'll be more like a territory run? He's in for a period of time and he just goes off
then
the
he'll go back and wrestle properly.
He's good hand Jeff Cobb when we wanted to be main event Jeff Cobb.
I'm kind of looking at this as not Jeff Cobb. This is JC Mateo.
Yeah, two different people.
Yeah,
JC
Mateo.
Yeah.
And then he'll do this and he'll go, that's a shame. But then he'll go back to being Jeff Cobb of the Indies and he'll just obliterate everyone again. There we go.
Jeff Cobb is a main eventer, but Terry Bollea has a small penis.
10-inch cock. Well, but the rest of the match was basically just the Profits getting all of their stuff in. Tola Tonga continues to be booked very strong indeed. He takes a steel chair from Big Jim, but still manages to get the upper hand. Jimmy and Sammy run off the rest of the diddlers before the Profits win with relative ease thanks to a lovely frog splash from Tez. It was fine, but those chants. They can't have television in the island, can they?
In the island.
The lack of NXT-centric people chants, and then this year saying JC Mateo
no NXT
wrestle.
and no taste, is that what we're saying?
Goodness me. Shocking.
Tusk.
That's Jay
Logan Paul was right about yees. Chaos quickly ensued when R-Truth revealed that he mixed up his travel plans and asked Damian Priest to take his place against Aleister Black.
He went to Dublin, Georgia, because he didn't know there was 2 places called Dublin.
Oh. So he's back to being Simple Simon then.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you reckon they booked this trip when he was released from the company and then someone forgot to put him back on the itinerary so they couldn't get him a flight sorted in time? It's a very weird booking, this one for me. Like, why wouldn't he just be there?
Because they can then do that gag and they can stretch it out for another
They've
week.
done it already, though. He went to Austria, didn't he, when they went to Australia last year?
But he did this was last year. Isn't he stupid? I'm like, wait, what about that really hot R-Truth? I don't think they want. Yeah, they don't want that, do they?
Ron Killings didn't happen.
So annoying.
Yeah. And it's even funnier when they went, don't worry though, my replacement's here. Whoa, everyone contain yourselves. Oh, you did. The Pop for Priest was nowhere near what I guess they were expecting it to be.
They weren't biting a lot, were they, in Dublin?
Well, Priest, I think just in general has been very devalued. Not as hot as I guess he was. And also to remind people, he beat Drew McIntyre escaping the cage door. And Drew McIntyre's being higher up in the food chain than him. So it's like, okay, well, woohoo, what if you win this? You'll be on Sunday Night Heat. Fantastic. Who cares? Goffs and Emo's not like each other. What is this, 07? Randy Orton hit Drew McIntyre with a thunderous RKO.
Oh, this is great though.
Yeah.
Like this felt like one of the louder reactions of the night as Drew's cutting the promo and then Randy Orton just appears in the corner, tongue wagging like a cocker spaniel. It was brilliant. Really, like it's simple. I'm a simple guy. Just seeing Randy Orton pop and go, "Ooh there!" and bang, lovely.
Which his nickname was the Cocker Spaniel.
The Cocker Spaniel, Randy Orton. It's great.
A picture of a really dodgy-looking dog on his...
But I was
like a Cocker Spaniel, he can strike out of nowhere.
You try throwing a Cocker Spaniel at somebody and they'll run.
Oh, they will run.
Yeah.
Like the Tasmaniac, basically, a Cocker Spaniel.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. Love the Cocker Spaniels.
I'm going to throw a dog when I leave this office.
Just a random dog.
Yeah, maybe a Cocker Spaniel.
There's two bits of news from this segment. There's no medical update on Cody Rhodes still, but Drew says the medical update is that Cody is still a little bitch. And we're going to have to, Drew's going to fight Cody eventually. So even though... Yeah, it's going to be the next big match for Drew.
The medical update
Paris
is...
isn't getting it.
No.
That's the update.
The medical update is that they want Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre on ESPN and not Peacock. So that's why we're not getting it now. We're getting it late. That's why they've kicked it down the road.
Yeah, trying to the medic people like, oh, got news for you. Well, how does it look like? You got a terrible tattoo. Yeah, I know that. Oh, thank God. Oh, sorry.
Brandy, will you sit down? I've got some terrible news for you. Your husband has an awful tattoo.
Another one.
They're trying to scrub it off, going, someone's graffitied on your husband while he was asleep.
Oh.
Disgraceful.
We're not sure what caused it. It's some drugs.
Do you remember that Skoda advert where it was?
Oh, I remember them. Yeah,
Guy go back to his car and somebody was trying to pick the Skoda thing off. They go, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Somebody's vandalised your car and stuck a Skoda logo on there. It's disgusting." Yeah. The advert was Skoda. We're not crap.
Yeah. It was like the guy that was the quality analysis guy on the line, and he just saw like Skoda. It's like, stop the line. There's all these Skodas, and the guy's go, no, it's all right. We're not crap now.
Skoda. We're
Fascinating
not crap
advert campaign.
Brilliant.
Tiff Stratz and Jade Cargill defeated Nia Jax and Becky Lynch.
There was 5 minutes of the show left for me when this match started of Netflix, because I didn't get to see this till Tuesday. So the Jeff Cobb chants had been cut out for me, but obviously someone on Twitter over the weekend.
They cut them out?
Yeah, they come out. Well, by the time I got there on Tuesday, the Jeff You Can't Wrestle chants aren't there on Netflix.
Okay.
But I saw the clips obviously on Saturday morning on Twitter where everyone's going, what, this is crap. But yeah, there was 5 minutes left of the show for me when I got this on Tuesday. So there's...
Well, it's a combo of that and the reshoot, I would have thought.
A reshoot?
Yes, I watched
there was a
Cultaholic.
reshoot at the end of SmackDown.
I don't know this story, Tom.
Do you not know?
No, you
my
don't watch
God!
the news every day from Cultaholic, from Tom and Fraser. That's a shy comment. How dare
Neither do you, because it's me and Tom 5 days of the week.
Well, when we get there, I'll tell you when we get there. I do the Saturday now, and that's where I go,
I see.
Wait till I tell you about this.
Well, if I had any notes about this match, I'd tell you, but I don't, so I'll go back to Ross.
Yeah, Tiffy had a less than ideal landing off the scent onto the floor. Look gnarly, that's all I've got written down. There wasn't much to the match. Babyfaces get their moves in. Nia's left high and dry for some top rope moves from Jade, which I found a little bit surprising, doing a flog splash to get the win after
Flog
a
splash.
After a PME. Becky making sense because nose I've written down. Obviously the history with the nose. Between her and Nia.
Good.
She's not forgotten. I've written down, I assume, Cena and Paul overran, but that maybe not be true.
So, the last segment of the night, John Cena's leaving, little smile on his face, and Nick Aldis stops him and goes, "John, I've heard from Brock Lesnar." Now, what you saw was Logan Paul appear from behind Nick Aldis, push him to the side, and bah!
Like a Cocker Spaniel.
Punch him in the face. Yeah! See you in Paris, baby! Off he goes into the night. That was the second take.
Right.
If you watched it live, they do that bit, Cena smiling as he leaves. Nick Aldis goes, "John, I've heard from Brock Lesnar." And Logan Paul comes from the side, from the left-hand side, and whiffs John Cena. Completely misses him. But Cena goes down, and then he runs off into the night. So they went, "That was awful. We have to reshoot it."
Oh, wow.
So there's two versions of this scene. And if you go on Twitter, people have put them side by side. So they just reshot it. One was on the live version of Netflix, but now they've updated it to the much nicer looking version where you can't see Paul whiffing John Cena.
Yeah.
The second version that kind of WWE will use in canon looks far better than the first version. So I get why they did it, but still, in this day and age, you can't get away with stuff like that. You absolutely can't get
You got
away
it
with
from 20 years ago with him on Twitter.
Exactly. That's Botchamania fodder, that is.
I've seen Kevin Nash with the net on SmackDown
God,
and Steve.
yeah.
Oh,
On this week's episode of the Cultaholic Classic SmackDown review, it's the legendary debut of Nathan Jones.
Yes.
And I say legendary because on the live feed, which a lot of people saw back in the day, surprisingly, for 03, he scares A-Train and Big Show by going, "Hey-ya!" and falling on his ass. He's trying to save The Undertaker. So then the referee appears and goes, "Do it again! Do it again, and don't fall on your ass."
So funny.
You flaming mongrel. And I'm glad that happened at the end, because otherwise we'd have nothing to talk about this episode of SmackDown.
Yeah, that was it.
Thank you very much for
a
putting it
really
down.
dry
wasn't much
episode of
to it, like,
SmackDown.
yeah.
Mostly dry Dublin crowd and a dry episode of SmackDown.
Also, I think it was Murdoch who uploaded a CGI dinosaur. Put it, and they're like, look, it's the director's cut of SmackDown. During the Logan Paul John Cena bit. Forbidden Door.
Hey.
Getting there. Yeah, it's very nice, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Cope and Cage defeated Kip Switch. Oh, is that what their name is? Thanks to an elevated spear combo.
I've taken that from someone who watched the live stream who's brilliantly came up with that name.
Oh.
This is a new finisher for Cope and Cage,
The
where
elevated
he
spear.
flapjacks him, where Cage flapjacks him, and as he's on the way down, Cope goes, whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very
Nice, because they had previous double team finishes, which was the reverse DT, sidewalk slam, and the murderplex, where they'd stack them on top of one another and do a superplex off the top rope. They stopped doing that because Edge would go and land on his neck every time. So this is much safer.
Yeah, it's a nice, it does the job.
Yes.
It's a nice way to kick off the show.
Yeah, I thought Cage was great throughout, being a poo house at the start, not wanting to fight Kill Switch before being a peppy babyface, which was very strange to see indeed, just because it is
wasn't it?
Christian.
Yeah.
But also good. Kill Switch wasn't having any of Kip's bollocks, which I thought was mildly interesting.
Mildly interesting.
Obviously, I've watched this through 2 times because WTF has come to the channel. It'll be live today as this podcast goes live. I caught this time that Cope's flailing arm is what cut open Kip. Because I was like, why
yeah, he was just not bleeding out.
why is
No,
Kip
didn't he?
bleeding? But there's a bit where Cope is in the corner, sort of back elbowing Kip, and one of them catches him good and proper, so that's what cut him open.
So I thought it was Kill Switch. Yeah, it's this big old.
It came just after the big choppy tag
Right.
thing. And it was Cope going, yeah. And yeah, big fan of the finish. And then I was a big fan of the crowd chanting, hey, hey, Christian. I would like to know if you'll be my dad.
That was good, that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they got good chemistry. This was just an okay match to get the crowd into it, but I was also into it watching it at home with my mates. So I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Just a nice warm bath of a match.
Nice warm
Get you ready. That's what
Get
I
you ready
said.
for bed.
Go to bed after the first match.
Cultaholics. And a good book.
Ooh, a bit of hot chalk. Carl Fletcher retains the TNT title against Hiromu Takahashi.
Big fan of Takahashi being unhinged and enjoying the beating he got. Kyle, flawless, I've written down, through all the stuff he did.
I like how Kyle Fletcher's thing is everyone's doing wacky moves. I'm literally going to do a power slam, but make it look dead cool.
Yeah.
His offense is so simple, it makes him stand out because it's simple.
Yeah. But he does it really well as
Yeah,
well.
but he does it all really well.
His move of the match for me was his pirouetting backdrop off Brett's rope.
Yeah, that was nice.
Contender for move of the
Very
week,
nice.
but not quite there. No.
Saw Kemper do it to Leon Slater at Project North in Leeds. That was where I thought he's got that from there.
Thief.
And I didn't mind Kyle's we've criticised in the podcast before when he just forgets to sell at the end of a match. He just goes, wow, with the kicks, and he does the finish. It's less egregious here because he was on top for so long in the match. I was like, that's fine. He took I forget who was against now, but he took a massive beating, didn't he? Then he just forgot he took the beating and just did the 2 kicks and then
That
did the
could be
finish.
bloody any match, yeah.
But this was less egregious here. 'cause he was
Oh,
on
it was
top
the
of it.
Dustin Rhodes match, maybe.
Was it?
He kicked out of a top rope Canadian Destroyer through a team. I'm like, "Ugh." And then he won. Yeah, it was good. It's one of the things about Forbidden Door was that it's still using people I'm not that interested in seeing. It's like, oh, it's Hiromu Takahashi. People love it and stuff like that, but he's just a dude.
But
So this was just a good match.
This is the Forbidden Door, Maffew.
Yeah, it is. And it was this week I looked at the logo and went, that's supposed to be bloody Doctor Who, isn't it? The logo.
Yeah.
Don't ask me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's meant to be Doctor Who.
Yeah. I just got that.
There you go.
So I'm really on the money. So ask me my opinion about anything. But then Mercedes Moné retained a TBS title in a 4-way against Alex Windsor, Persephone, and
Persephone.
Bloody hell, Maffew.
Persephone.
Christ on a bike. And Bozilla, who was Ulf Herman's daughter.
She was brilliant in this. as well.
Yes!
The whole story was we've got to take out Bozilla. And then
Yeah.
they take out Bozilla and they wrestle for about 9 seconds. And then Bozilla just comes back. And just
this is
obliterates
lovely,
it.
this.
I reckon she's going to be the Stephanie Vercaire of 2025. Where
Yeah.
WWE go, oh, she's very good. Just going to.
Yeah, who are you with? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've got a contract. Oh, let me
Have a
just,
word.
pop
Oh,
in
no,
there.
I dropped all this money in front of you.
The way the match was structured, though, I thought that AEW must have an agreement in place already because literally all
You would have
this
thought
match.
we thought that was Stephanie Vercaire.
But all this match, like, even though there's 4 ladies in there, all this match was Bozilla. Like, she was like taking moves, she was giving the moves. Even when Windsor had the double sharpshooter on, it's Bozilla getting in there and stopping the lashes from tapping out by putting her hands on the feet.
Standing on her hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does a Vader moonsault off the top,
Yeah.
which I thought was fantastic. going sideways instead of backwards. That's what we want to see. Up the biggins.
I'll also say hello, Chuck Mambo. Hello, TK Cooper.
Yes.
Hello, Shreddy.
Hello, Shreddy, wasn't it? The back?
Hello, Keegan Garland. Scott Garland, Scotty Too Hotty's son. Amongst the members of Monet's regiment.
Yes.
All holding the title. So you could I just love, like, as you watch a Mercedes there, and you've got Chuck Mambo dressed as a Royal Guardsman, holding the Queen of Southside title with the biggest smile on his face.
He looked nice, didn't he?
He's great. God love him. That's so.
Yeah.
This has been a banger of a week for UK talent as extras.
Absolutely.
There's been loads of them.
And
it's been great.
whether the taping it was, we got to see Scott Garland teaming up with his son.
That was at the Hydro. It was
at the Hydro.
Keegan and Scott Garland.
Keegan and Scott, aye. And it was great because Too Cool's original music, when there were too much, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that played because it's a production song, so they could use it.
Looking fly today.
Yeah.
Which I thought was, I honestly, God, this is stupid. But I thought the lyrics were, Jesus is not gay. As a kid.
Just with Rikishi with his arse out.
Of course, Jesus
Singing it with his cheeks like Ace Ventura.
Jesus is not gay. It so fits our characters.
Yeah, nailed it. We'll use the song for years. Thank
Also,
you.
shout to Alexis Falcon, who was at the Ring of Honor tapings on that same one as well. Talking of UK indie talent that stands out, my best worst friend Alexis Falcon pushed me off the ring apron. Did he give me a concussion?
Oh, her, the murderer.
The murderer, Alexis Falcon. You know who you are. Worst best friend.
I hate you. But yeah, this was nice. I like this. It was my favorite match so far. And then IWGP Heavyweight Champion Zack Sabre Jr. also showed up to Collision to batter the best wrestler in the world. Retains against a very game Nigel McGuinness.
Wrestling is best when it's a buffet.
Oh,
And this was the different flavour of the wrestling. It was two wrestling wizards in there, lads.
Is this not the actual dictionary definition of liquid wrestling?
Pretty much, yeah.
This is liquid wrestling
That's in the
heaven.
dictionary.
It will be now.
Yeah,
liquid
it's like
wrestling.
turning on a tap and just that stream of water.
Liquid wrestling
Don't
heaven.
tell people that. We pause the podcast to go for a
Oh,
piss.
yeah. Danielson at the start of the match, he says a sentence. Imagine the world where I'm sat here commentating on Nigel McGuinness challenging for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Imagine saying that in the middle of August last year when Danielson was still active. Nigel was inactive in terms of not wrestling, obviously. Makes his big return at All In last year, doesn't he? So that was a bit of a thing to wrap your head around.
And how did Nigel McGuinness get ready for this match? By playing chess in the park with Johnny Saint.
You've just got to do that again, Nigel. Go on. Checkmate.
I know someone that can help you in the
Your
old
mate in this game's free.
You want some help in the world of sports style? I know someone that can help you. All right, it's me, John Haystacks. I'll tell you what I've been doing.
John Haystacks is on the podcast.
I'm alive. That's right, you run it in with your belly.
Oh, from the Cultaholic Classic Nitro review.
That's it.
How are you doing?
Nigel, what you got to do is get up to 43 stone and then you can splash him.
Oh, you're looking great.
Thanks very much.
It would be impressive if Haystack steps through the Forbidden Door. That'd be very impressive.
Squeezes through the Forbidden Door.
That's right. We need one guy from the dead back. It's Giant Haystacks.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's already signed a WWE. Never mind. I like Brian on commentary. I don't think I'm going to bury Nigel all match. And a minute later, you've seen him on commentary. He brings a list of jokes. Couldn't resist. Yeah, you're exactly right. The buffet. Got to have variety. And this was various. Yeah, there we go. It was full of variety.
This was full of variety.
Yeah, variety comes in packs of 8.
Various.
And I bloody love this match. And again, it was almost an anticlimactic win, but not really if you're paying attention to the match, which is what they made you do. And the fact that Nigel got to have this shot against the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Zack Sabre Jr.
And I like the placement of Dan Garcia at ringside, because all the way through I was like, just the way he walked out not looking very happy. The way obviously Nigel got the match, Garcia was close, because they did the double submission spot, didn't they? And
They did.
Nigel's tapped out first. I'm thinking, Dan's going to either throw in the towel or turn on Nigel to give Zack Sabre Jr. the win. But the fact that was on a knife edge all the way through for me, I thought added to the piece as well.
But then nothing happened, which but almost I went into the match going, I don't care about you, Danny Garcia, you're a bloody loser. And then he didn't do anything. I'm like, I was right.
But I think it's
he's a bloody loser.
after watching Dynamite this week, I think it's leading to him joining the Death Riders, is it not? Because him and Mox nearly kissed this week.
They should just kiss and not join. That'd be way nicer. That'd be so much hotter. Our forbidden love
The forbidden love through the forbidden door.
Probably shouldn't say that out loud. Forbidden love coming to O2.
But like, the best part of the match for me was the finish, just the relentless nature of the trading falls, and then obviously Zack Sabre Jr. nicks it at the end there. Marty Jones at ringside, fresh off being beaten up by Booker T, probably. Who did he beat? Don't remember Booker T's commentary? When they talked about Joe Hendry being trained by Marty Jones. Who are they?
I thought Booker T and Marty had heat. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I want to hear this story.
Booker probably hates him for no reason. We know Booker T.
Gives him an axe kick for no reason. Can't believe you don't like Marty Jones. Oh, that was. Oh, sorry. Jamie Hayter returns to batter Tekla and Queen Aminata, bringing an end to the brawl between the pair that kicked off during 0 hour.
Would you like to know how long they were brawling for, Tekla and Queen Aminata?
Bet your ass I do.
Just over 1 hour and 58 minutes.
Casuals.
There you go. So it kicked off 22 minutes before the pre-show ended, and it was like 1 hour 36 or something into the main card when they came back out. Was brawling in the backstage area. So it's got to have broken a record there for a brawl, surely. Easy for me to say.
Yeah, it was nice.
Brawls are brilliant.
Aminata's biggest war this week, of course, has been with the US Embassy because she lost her passport.
Oh, she lost it.
She had her bag stolen, and her passport and a few other bits were in her bag. And I hate the fact that every time AEW comes to the UK, someone's had something nicked. It's not showing us in a good light, lads.
What was the previous thing?
Well, MJF had the Dynamite diamond ring nicked, didn't he?
Oh, that was stolen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can we just stop stealing in London, please?
Oof.
Or if you see it there, though, you're going to take it, aren't you? Not the passport, the diamond ring I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with a passport? What can you do with a passport?
Go to America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go to America.
But what if your face doesn't match?
Queen Aminata, you look a bit different.
Queen Aminata. Oh, Queen Aminata.
There you go. I was in Glasgow for a week. Oh, God, yeah, no wonder. Yeah. It was good, though. I got to see Queen Aminata get a televised win when I was in Scotland. I was so happy for her. And then days later, she got all her stuff stolen. Tough break.
One day, you're the cock of the walk. The next day, you're a feather duster.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
It was beautiful.
Not my words.
Is that from Chicken Run?
I don't know, probably. Mr. Tweedy.
Bro Dido somehow win the AEW World Tag Team titles after coming out on top in a triple threat that also involved the now former champs, the Hurt Syndicate and FDR. You may be forgiven for not realizing the Hurt Syndicate were in the match because they had their bags packed by their last 2 minutes of the match.
But the interference from Ricochet and the Goons of Agony, I'm going to start calling them now.
Yeah,
that made sense because Ricochet was obviously offered a place in the Hurt Syndicate. He was like, I don't know if I want to join. Then they battered him. So he's getting his own back now. And he's also friends with MJF, obviously. So it all intertwines and works.
Yeah, when you say it like that, sure. It's comes at the same time as the news reports that, well, first of all, it was a bit of a surprise to be there in the crowd to go watch a very exciting Bro Dido versus FDR match and Dynamite, even if one of the dum-dums from FDR decided to go get a table out in the... it's the 29th minute. Now for a table. You're like, oh, okay, here we go. And so the winner of a month-long tournament was 2 teams. Like, okay, I think we see what's coming here. Yeah. So it was a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Signaled that we're going to see this finish. And it didn't make it any less annoying, to be honest with you, because instead of watching what was happening in the ring, and it was good action. I like Bro Dido as a tag team, and striking while the iron's hot for Brody King is nice, but you're just there going, we all know what's happening here, right? Yeah. We're all smarks to a certain point. All right, okay. We know why it's happening. So I think it's took a lot of it from me, but that's just my opinions. What about you?
I think the finish took away from it as well. I think
that also didn't help.
You redo the finish when Cash Wheeler is that close to the fall to break it up, but then goes,
I've forgotten how to move my legs.
Yeah, you just hang on. Hello?
Because the reaction from when the final fall goes down, there's just the apathy just of, yeah, just redo it. But apart from that, all the action that came before that, I can see obviously where Maffew's coming from because we do read the dirty sheets and whatnot. And it is in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
But there was a lot I like about the match. Obviously, Bobby and Brody, them doing their massive man things was the highlight match for me, as was Bandido's fall away moonsault off the top of the floor.
What a freak.
Where nobody caught them. So Dax just landed a flat back bump on the floor, basically. But apart from the finish, a very good time indeed.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I thought I was going to attention. Okay, and I also like the fact, though, Brody, a new tag team.
Yeah.
Not FTR, not Bucks. And okay, I would have had the Hurts and have them for like a year and a half, but they've beaten everybody, so...
Whoa! Ribbit.
Rob, like, holding my poos in for stream, I'm like, don't burp, finish the sentence.
Finish the sentence.
And then he died doing that, but I did it for you guys at home. Okada retains the unified title, Maffew, with a win over Swerve. After match, Okada attacks the already buggered knee of Swerve before he's run off by Prince Nana and his pipe. Then Wardlow appears and joins the Don Callis family. Okay.
So I got excited when I saw Wardlow. I was like, well, we've had many failed... Well, I like Wardlow. He's a big boy. He's got a lovely dog. We've had many failed pushes of Wardlow, at least 3, where some bollocks that wasn't even really to do with the wrestling gets involved in his push, like MJF on the aeroplane, for example. And I was like, right, he's going to come back and we're going to try again. And now he's gone straight to the Don Callis family, where, no doubt about it, he'll be in a tag team with Lance Archer in a few weeks, just losing to someone who's higher up the card. But I'd love to be proven wrong. But, you know, the proof's in the pudding with Josh Alexander, for example. How quickly he just become another member of the roster. But, yeah, the knee was the big part of the match between Swerve and Okada, because that's probably the reason that Swerve's going to take a little break from TV now. It appears, according to the dirty sheets, an injury he's had for 6 years or something. He's finally
what the hell was that about? Good God.
But I thought that the way that sort of fed into that with him sort of selling his knee off the back of like moves he was doing, it was an all right way to sort of write him off.
Yeah, it was what they could do with the hand that were dealt. I get that. But I'm a massive fan of Swerve, so this being merely okay by his standards had me going, oh, I hate you, London. How about you, Tom? Did you like this match more than me?
I enjoyed the match. I want to say as well, hello, Shreddy. Nice to see you getting battered by Wardlow. Shreddy was at the end as one of the security guards. He just takes a full-on clothesline. So I'm hoping that next time Shreddy is at North, he goes, not only am I a member of the Bloodline, I beat up Wardlow at Forbidden Door. Shreddy, that is your challenge. No,
I love him.
I like the story with the knee. I thought it kind of gave you a reason why Swerve wasn't on all 4 cylinders, because he's injured. But I still think put together a banger of a match. I think wrote him off in a very strong manner, and you got him and Okada to come back to in a few months' time.
Yeah, or him and Wardlow.
Oh, sorry,
Swerve and Wardlow.
See, neither of those things greatly excite me. There's some people like Danny Garcia and Wardlow I'm tapped out on. I'm like, because of the won't get fooled again. I mean, nowhere.
Well, they're in a situation.
It's been amazing a year's time. Remember, I always predicted Wardlow would have this Hall of Fame run that he's on. Yeah, I would love to be proven.
Why has he been missing for so long?
I wouldn't say missing.
They were waiting for creative. That's me.
Well, they have to wait for Jake Hager to leave, I guess. So. Toni Storm retains the AEW Women's World title against Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena.
I really thought this was going to be the one where Toni lost the title.
I thought that as well.
And now she didn't. I'm starting to wonder who it actually is going to be, because in my mind, it could only be sort of Willow or Chris. Because it looks like Willow and Chris are going to get at it again. So they're sort of like, we're friends, but not quite best friends. So outside of those two, who is going to beat Toni Storm?
I think the issue that you've got in AEW is that your 3 women's champions are all unbeatable. Toni Storm is unstoppable as the women's world champion. Mercedes Moné is unstoppable as all the other champions. Yep. And Athena is, if it not now, but in the next couple of days, hits 1,000 days as Ring of Honor world champion. So I think you've kind of got yourself in the situation where there's no upward momentum in the women's division, because you've got 3 champs that are unstoppable. You really needed one that maybe was a bit stoppable. Yeah. And you haven't got that.
The answer's clear. Shreddy.
Shreddy, I've become the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. But I thought they had a really good match. Like, I
love this match.
I'm ready for them to run it back, and maybe that's where Athena gets it.
Yeah. My exact thoughts there, Tom. Thank you very much for stealing them.
Because they had me going, because Athena was on top for a long time in this match here. Then Billy starts getting involved on the outside, where she pulls the apron to stop the Storm Zero. Oh my God, there's so many S's. To stop the Storm Zero on the apron. I was thinking, wow, they are going to do it. But then Mean obviously comes back. She's still Tony's girlfriend. No turn there, as I was saying on the pitches last week. And a chicken wing for the slightly different finish for Toni this time. So good match, but who is going to beat Toni? That's what I'm asking.
I still think it's Athena, but it might just be the next time.
Yes, I can see that being a thing. Yes. And Hangman Page retains the AEW World Heavyweight title against MJF, even though MJF should be world champion because Bryce counted 3. Yes, but go on, Ross.
Man alive. I can see what the idea was, but first of all, I think Bryce was out of position when he got knocked down, because the gymnastics he has to go through to go. So if Hangman and MJF are over here, if the rope's us that Hangman puts his foot on, Bryce is where Owen is, over there for audio listeners. He's all the way over there, audio listeners. You know where that is, don't you? So
where is it? Over here.
He's over there. So he has to run across the ring, and then in the middle of the 3 count, do a full 180. So he's facing away from the ropes. So the gymnastics there just shows me he was out of position for getting knocked down. And then why he didn't go 1, 2, pass out? He went 1, 2, 3, pass out, which means the only reason MJF's not world champion is because Bryce didn't go, timekeeper, ring the bell.
Yeah.
Because he counts 3.
So timekeeper is actually the person in charge of matches.
That's what we've learned here.
Yeah.
Bryce made a big mess of it, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't as... It's so bad. It's the annual tradition of me bumping into someone in real life and going, how you doing, Bryce? So I'm at the Hydro, and people going, who's that again? That's that ref. And goes, it's Bryce Roseberg from PWG. And I went, hi. And he went, hello, Maffew. She talks like...
I'm going to ruin the main event of a video.
Yeah, actually, don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone.
And he went, it's good to see you, Maffew. Oh, you're looking good. And he goes, thank you. Eddie Kingston still wants to beat you up. And I went, all right, yeah. And so it was nice to meet. So naturally, at the pay-per-view, he's like, oh, God. Because we were all going, wait. But he counted 3.
Yeah.
And then he passed. No, that's not how that works.
Ring the bell, timekeeper. That's what makes a title change, we learn.
Yeah. But the referee then, it was... They really mucked in the mud here, didn't they? And
you didn't need to have him conscious for it. You could have just had MJF count 3, or even MJF grab his arm and unconscious Bryce go bam, bam, bam. Because there's still enough. When I say bam, 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 I mean like grab his hand and count 3 with his unconscious hand. Because that way you've still got the question marks of, well, it was a 3 count. It wasn't an official 3 count. It still counts. Yeah, it was. I could see what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to modernise the dusty finish.
They over-egged the pudding.
They over-egged the pudding, which they tend to do in some of these big matches.
Apart from that, though, what do you think of the match?
I was going to say it's a bit like the tag team title match in terms of the finish was a bit but all the stuff that came before that, was fantastic. The blood that got involved in this match, I thought added not only to the sort of stuff we're watching, but the sort of MJF storyline of like, when he does it, you cheer him. When I do it, you boo him. Because Hammond was getting cheers for like, he's bleeding, bless him. And then MJF gets cut open. You deserve it. I thought that was quite a nice bit of it. But either the stuff with the table on the outside with the dead eye, and then MJF doing the leaping tombstone through the sort of shrapnel of the table was gnarly as bars. But yeah,
gnarly.
They were both brilliant. I thought it was just I think Bryce was out of position and then tried to do the finish they had planned, and it just looked really, really goofy and didn't work.
Yeah, I thought it was, compared to the match they had earlier this year, I thought this was just an okay match. I think they tried to, when someone has a good match and they have to go all out the next time and end up just, trying to overcomplicate it, you're like, nah. So it's just kind of there for me because I'm also was expecting, is he going to use the thing? Oh, we're not doing that anymore then. All right, cool. So is the Hurt Syndicate thing going to pay off? No. So it was just their match again, but with some convoluted stuff at the end. They're like, was there no one else? Kind of had Mark Briscoe there for 3 weeks. Now it's had to do this match again. All right, cool.
That is a bit surprising that the Hurt Syndicate had nothing to do with it.
Nothing at all.
Because I've fully fed into your friend's hypotheses.
Right. So that really was just for nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were packed their bags, as you said. They're already in that.
No, exactly. All right. Then the lights out steel cage match. Tanahashi gets the win for the Faces, who defeat the Death Riders. After the bell, the Death Riders murder Will Ospreay, with Moxie using a chair around the neck to do it.
First of all, at the start of the match, the entrances, poor Will Ospreay. They clearly didn't tell him what was coming for his special entrance. You can't have his missus to be saying all that sort of stuff.
That was lovely.
Then have him do a lights out steel cage match. He was in floods of tears on the ramp.
He was crying his eyes out. Bless him. What a lovely video.
Give him the heads up. I know it was lovely, but he's going to war.
Maybe he knew that's what they were doing, but he hadn't watched it yet. Maybe I'd be the sort of guy that would go, I know that's what you're doing. I don't want to watch it until it's happening because I just want to make sure that emotionally I react to it the way I need to. And I thought, and it was lovely. He came out and obviously overwhelmed by everybody singing his song and all this, and you could see like he's all teared up, and then he goes, right, business, and off he goes. What annoyed, right, and there's a lovely bit where he climbs up the cage, and JR's just wibbling on. I'm like, shut up! This is a really cool moment. He's on the cage. Everyone's chanting, spray. Camera's spinning round him. Excalibur eventually understands the assignment and shuts up. But JR's going, well, it's a cage match and I guess it's going to be quite bad. Shut up! Right, oh God, every time I get annoyed. I'm really sad. I'm annoyed with JR. Because JR was like, every time something awful and violent happened in this match, JR acted like he was reading his gas bill. Just, oh my days. Like, it was it was like it was recorded for like a 2K game. It was so phoned in.
I don't know if this is worth saying, but I heard from someone that Jim was getting like wheelchaired in and out from his commentary.
Oh, God.
So I don't know if he just physically was unable to sort of like emote and project.
Well, then don't put him out. I'm so torn because he is a massive part of the patchwork of pro wrestling history. His voice has been the soundtrack of some of the most iconic moments in wrestling history. When you do an impression of a ring announcer, you do an impression of Jim Ross. He is that woven into the fabric of the industry. But every time he comes out now, and I know he does it because like the man could lose his arms and his eye could fall out and he'd go, I'll be at work next Friday, don't worry. And I love the passion that's still there, but you've got to learn, like, you've got to just step down, step back. I hate saying that. It's not my place to say it. It's his life and it's his job. You get one go around and you got to do it. But every time I hear him, I go, you're not adding anymore. And I hate the fact that he's not adding to his legacy anymore.
And it's so funny. It's like, the main event, lights out, for all the marbles. Are you hyped?
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. Really?
Crash Pants on Blue Sky said, Jim Ross sounds like he was shipped to London in a casket filled with Oklahoman dirt.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thank you for that.
And there was a lot of comments on there, and every time he does it, his comments just go, like, JR needs to come away now.
Oh my God, JR, have you ever seen that before? Yes, I'm 80. I've seen everything.
Seen everything.
Oh my God, that's great. Anyway, aside from boring JR, who I talked over with my friends watching this live, no, I'll be negative afterwards. What do you think of the match?
No, you go on, Maffew.
Okay, fine.
Go on.
This felt like just a match with spots. And I know, like, yes, Maffew, all wrestling's that, you idiot.
It was very orchestrated.
It was very orchestrated. And it was just like, wait, maybe I just wasn't in the mood. I don't know. But I just was like, okay, fine. They're just going to do crazy stuff. And that's all it was. They have an annual thing where they're all in the cage together doing crazy stuff with weapons and stuff. And this one was just, we're doing it again. And from main event for pay-per-view, it was like, oh, okay. It didn't... The whole thing of this pay-per-view was, there was some solid matches and stuff like that. I'm being too negative here, but this felt like a very unessential show by AEW pay-per-view standards, when they're usually like the most important thing that's going to happen for AEW this month. This could have been skipped and you wouldn't have noticed on TV, especially the ending. Yeah, they won. Oh, they're dead anyway.
Well, the whole premise of the show, Forbidden Door, it's like, it's AEW, it's CMLL, it's New Japan, it's Stardom all coming together. But you've got, and Shreddy, of course. But you've got New Japan, which is in the midst of the G1. You've got Stardom, who've got their own things going on. So the timing of this is really bad. And so therefore you can't so those other parties aren't really committing to what's going on because they've got their other things going on. And then when it comes to that main event, you've got Will Ospreay, who obviously you want to give like a focal point of, but he's about to take a massive amount of time away. So you've got to concoct something that is both visually awe-inspiring, but also protects in some way. And it's mad when you think this match, you've got like Tanahashi in there, and whose knees 110 years old, over, and you've got Will Ospreay in there, whose neck we know is really bad. But in a match that's this violent with this many bodies, you can protect them. So Will would have had less wear and tear on his body doing this match than he would have been if it was like Will versus Hangman for the title.
Of course, I mean, it just makes sense.
It serves a lot of masters to have this schmoz of a match, even though, like you say, the blood and guts match serves that purpose.
Yeah.
This is, I think, it was something visually awe-inspiring for the crowd, but it did feel very choreographed. Like you could tell, like they were rolling from moment to moment to moment.
Which I usually don't mind, but like it's just like there's not much point to this match. That's the thing, and maybe I'm being a miserable person. If I was there live, I'd be like, the best match I've ever seen.
And the crowd clearly were like,
no, they're really into it. So I'm being a negative git.
Dialed into it.
No, I think you're justified in saying there wasn't much point to it, because coming out of it, I know Will Ospreay was felled after it finished, but Death Riders are back on TV straight away, despite another big loss for them.
Yeah, they're never leaving.
They're never leaving, cool. No matter how many matches they lose or whatever match they do lose.
Ospreay's going to come back from his surgery, and they're still going to be main eventing. Yeah. I'm like, oh. And also, Ospreay, for all he did that good promo where like, look, I'm really worried, bruv. I talk like I'm 50 now for some reason. I don't know what's happened. Me neck, mate. Me neck's down by where me horses. All that stuff is like, but I'm going to come out this and do this thing. Blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. Then Will bloody Ospreay, of his own volition, goes, moonsault the cage.
After taking the pile driver.
After taking the pile driver. I'm like, you're an idiot. Why am I supposed to cheer you?
It's reckless abandon, Maffew. He's putting his body in line for your enjoyment. Or
take the only way to take out the Death Riders is if I moonsault off the cage.
Moxie's like, no, my one weakness.
But looking on the positive side, they gave Tanahashi the Sting treatment for his last
that
match
was
in
nice.
the UK.
The stink treatment or the sting?
Sting treatment.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah,
with a G. Obviously, you would expect him not to win. I can't even talk. The traditions of the business, but they let him win, which was nice.
To see him jump off that ladder. That
was a funny moment as well.
Yeah.
No, get down there, you silly old ghost.
They
What
had
are
the
you
red
doing?
shoes ready to take him down and shoot out. No, you're not.
But I like the Young Bucks entrance at the start with Bop coming on.
That was
their
nice.
old theme back in the
That
day.
was a nice tribute, a throwback from 100 years ago.
They're doing stuff well with them. What else was there? There was the gummy bears in the ring because I think it was in the pre-show they bully a nerd backstage.
They
saying,
did bully a nerd.
"We want the gnarliest things from the streets of London in this match. Go and get them." And the guy got them gummy bears because he was bullying, or they were bullying him. Lol. Obviously the double table spot there with Darby and the coldest white boy in the game.
God, that made us all tense up.
Because Gabe not only takes a flat back bump essentially on the floor of the arena from the top of the cage, but also has Darby land on him, on his chest.
Well, I'm sure the first thing hurt a lot more than the second thing.
Jeez.
But I guess the point does still stand. Like, what was the point of it coming out of it? Because obviously the attack happens after the match. It's not part of the match.
Yeah.
I guess the cage is there to visually keep the faces out.
If only there was a way we could get in. If only we could get in over the top or something.
It was weird how,
Damn it, how do we get in this thing?
It's Kota Ibushi just going, I'll just punch the cage.
Yeah, was it Marina Shafir who just walked around the side of the ring and then got in on like the announcers table side, and all the babyfaces are at the other side where the entrance rappers go, "Nah, let us in."
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not putting the cork back in that bottle, are they?
No.
And also the stuff with the which people were going crazy for, and I'm like, he's not really doing much to him.
He stuck a fork in his ear.
He didn't really though.
The hole.
He just kind of like twizzled it around.
He's got his ear.
That wouldn't
his
hurt.
ear. What they call the spaces.
I was the only person who watched that and thought that's all right. Everyone online was like, "The sickest thing I've ever seen." I'm like, that's all right.
I was here doing what happened at. I wasn't at Forbidden Door. Somebody says they saw me at Forbidden Door, but you didn't see me at Forbidden Door. They said they were gonna have a fight with me. They didn't see
Some
me
guy's
at
like, "Can you
Forbidden
give me
Door.
that money you owe me,
Yeah, I
Tom?"
was gonna have a fight at Forbidden
What
Door.
if you thought you were in here,
Whoa!
but you were at Forbidden Door
Maybe.
talking to a ginger cat?
Oh, that's a good point. Actually, that's a good point. Never thought of that. But I was here, and there was a delay
Allegedly.
on what I was watching compared to what Ross was watching, and
Because you were on drugs.
because I'm on drugs. the ginger cat had a problem setting up my stream. And so I'm watching as Darby's being taped into his chair, and downstairs I hear, "Oh no! Oh!" Like, something really horrible is about to happen in the next 30 seconds, and then it did, and it was the fork being driven
That's
into
right. Mark just
Darby's
started
ear.
reading Hulk Hogan's autobiography to Mark Darby. Immediately tapped out, and no one could blame him. Yeah, so overall, though, like I said, not being overly negative, it's just a very unessential show, unless you really love New Japan, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't a show of the air contender, but it's not a bad show. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're not
right, right.
thinking that was a bad show with any sort of... Obviously, a couple of the finishes to a couple of matches went a bit hairy, scary. But, like, it was still a good night of wrestling. It just wasn't like, why?
Right,
Let's
like
get
the
our
usual
seats and
standard.
go.
They've
Yeah.
had such a good year for pay-per-view because, like, there's been some horrible finishes on the end of pay-per-views that made people think it was a horrible show overall, which wasn't true.
No.
But this one was just like, oh, okay. It was an live and kick in the go. It's either yes, no, or a don't rightly know.
Don't rightly know.
Yeah, and that accent as well. And I thought that was what this was to me.
Yeah.
And Tanahashi played the wonky donkey.
Yes. And I thought, well, at least, well done. That's too funny an image, I'm sorry. And then I went, well, that's all right. At least that's the one pay-per-view. And then my mate said, you watching NXT? I went, oh, you kidding me? NXT Heatwave. Lola Vice defeated Connie Jordan and Jada Parker in NXT Women's Title #1 Contenders Triple Threat match.
I thought Jordan Kalani, I don't know why I've said that way. I thought Kalani Jordan.
Kalani.
23, I don't know how old she is. Anyway, I thought in front of her mum and dad, she had a different vibe about her, which tells me, lads, that she hates her parents. Because the way she was laying in moves is unlike anything we've seen from Kalani Jordan before.
I think based on that and how she acted a little bit on NXT, I think we're getting a heel turn from Kalani Jordan.
Oh, because of her parents.
Her parents have made her heel. I got a vibe from the way she wrestled here and the way she wrestled on NXT.
Yeah, I thought the rest of the match, though, was just a classic NXT triple threat because they're always so well put together. I go back to the one with, I've forgotten her name, the UK lady, Satomura. That's the one.
Meiko Satomura.
Yeah.
The UK lady.
She was in NXT UK. That's what I
you
meant.
are right. No, that's the funny thing, yes.
Hailing from Thirsk, North Yorkshire, Meiko Satomura.
Meiko Satomura!
Hey, up.
No, she was in NXT UK. But I remember she had one with two other people. Was it Blair?
Mandy Rose
Such a
and Blair
great
Davenport.
match. Such
Yeah.
a great match. So-and-so. What's her face?
I'm just terrible with names,
All the
Matthew.
triple threats you could name in the last
I know,
5
yeah,
years. Mandy Rose, Meiko Satomura, and Blair Davenport.
And a load of herpes.
But I remember obviously people were lambasting NXT 2.0 back there. But in this, in the midst
this is
of
why
that,
you defend. Right,
yeah,
right,
in the midst of that, the triple threat match was like a very well structured and put together match. And since then, it feels like every time they have one,
Right.
especially with the ladies. They're always sort of like the similar vibes.
Yeah.
And that one continued with that sort of vibe as well for me.
I get you. Everybody but Ireland is agreeing with you.
Because they don't watch NXT.
They don't, apparently.
And it was a smooth finish with Lola catching Kalani off the dragon off the 450 attempt into the dragon off the 450 attempt before getting the ship roll up on Miss Parker. Did I sound like I said poo word there, Owen Mawson? No. Or in the clear? That's fine.
I heard it, but I no sold it, so it's okay. Yeah, good. Nice opening. As you said, you know what you're going to get with these matches. They delivered, one person on the floor, the other person in the thing, blah, 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 blah. But, nice match here just to warm up the crowd in an arena that looks smaller than the Shed.
I love the arena for Heatwave.
What would you call it then? Because it's a heat wave. It's like a shed. The greenhouse.
The greenhouse.
Yes.
Growing tomatoes in the greenhouse.
The solarium.
Oh.
Solarium.
I don't know what
Phoenix
it
Nights,
is.
isn't it? It's
That's
like
right, yeah.
Ceruleum.
Aye. Dark State defeated Hank Walker and Tank Ledger to win the NXT Tag Team Championships. Ugh.
Belly Boys down.
I can't believe they lost. I can't believe they lost to Dark State. Can't believe Dark State are champions. What a horrible world we live in.
Yeah, this is when it's like, oh, here we go.
Horrible way we live in. The emotions at the end of the match, though, the roller coaster. Hank and Tank set for the finish, and then two diddlers on the outside get involved to turn the tide, and that's it. It's gone. It's over. Hank and Tank's finished.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
They're far from done, but I think that's certainly because we see them rear their ugly head again. Dark State rear their ugly head again on NXT, and Hank and Tank suggest that the business with them is not done yet.
And we would suggest, yes, it is. You are done.
They're going to lose again, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Cutler James continues to be an enigma in this stable because not only is he the sort of closet gay fool, no, you don't want us behind you, we're going to bomb you. That's basically what his promos are now. I'm not saying that will turn here.
I'm on the wrong show. I should have been going through the Forbidden Door.
Because Joe Hendry was on last week going, he's a very strange boy.
So basically an Elton John on Bo Selector bits.
Yeah, basically what it is.
Move out of my
I'll bomb you next week. Me and Joel can say that for the podcast. No one else.
But in the match itself here, they had him running into the pole like prime Sean Stacey.
The Pearl, what was his name? Hello, Ivan.
That lovely boy I met in Gdansk.
But he's like Sean Stacey actually in the invasion angle. He just
I don't remember doing that.
Oh, you mean meat? I love meat.
Yes, there it is.
Big fat of meat. I'm Cutler James.
But the horrible finish aside, I thought the match was well-paced. Well-paced, so it was. Engaging throughout, I've written down.
I like tanks that usually filled with men.
I'll show you a Dark State. Not the first time I've come through the crowd.
Okay, I think we'll move on now.
Never move on.
Christ, I love
Tom could literally do that for an hour.
The After Dark podcast.
Yeah, Jesus God. I didn't like this match, but I loved it doing all that crap. Yeah, bit of a change from having Fractium having great matches every week to Hank and Tank stuttering and fumbling with Dark State.
They didn't stutter. The match was good.
It's a good match.
It's
The
just you
result
knew
was crap.
again. You knew it was happening because it's like, well, what else have Hank and Tank got to do after this? It's not like an AEW where like, oh, the undefeatable champs. You're like, no, you have to win here because Dark State are getting a push. Sadly, for some
They can
reason.
dress up as other wrestlers like they did last week or the week before.
I could
Oh, they weren't doing that.
I could be called Wank.
Wank and James. That's
Wank
mine,
and Tank and Hank.
Okay, that was good.
Thank you. I'm Cutler James.
I'm trying to read. I know, we're on the timer. I know. Ash by Elegance, that's what I call him, defeated Masa Slamovich and JC Jane in a TNA Knockout World Championship Triple Threat match. Ross, say something.
The end was good. I thought it turned into a bit of a demolition derby. But in terms of the first triple threat of the night, it wasn't as good as that one in terms of crispness of the action I've written down. Crispness of the action.
How does it compare to Mandy Rose versus Mika?
It's nowhere near as good as that. But I've written down this one had just as many twists and turns as the second half as Back to the Future 2. Nice spot.
Yes.
Nice spot with Ashwell on top. JC stealing in there for a fall with a late kick out from Masha. That was pointless to write down, Ross. And then the turnabout. JC pulled out with a match by the Goons, which allowed a senton from Ash for the win. Got good towards the end, but it's weird to see Dana Brooke being booked stronger as part of TNA than when she was actually a part of the NXT roster.
that was a confusing thing. It's like, oh, we're just pretending she's a different person then.
Yeah.
Yeah, treat them as different people.
She never went here.
Yeah. But the crowd were like, no, we remember who you are. It wasn't that bloody long ago. They were going wild by the end of this match. I was more into, that's the word I'm looking for, into the crowd reactions than I was the match towards the end, because I'm like, I can't believe they're going this wild for this.
Do you see Ash by Elegance's promo on Impact last week?
No!
Oh, it was great. I saw it on Twitter. She's like, I'm a 15-time champion in the WWE.
Fantastic.
24/7.
Yeah.
She's right.
So one of her
Stunning
claims to fame.
Oh.
I'm glad she's the Knockouts World Champion. I actually deserves a flowers.
I want to know what her little friend's called.
Heather by Elegance.
Not Heather. No, not Heather.
The
little man.
Yeah.
Oh, the concierge.
Crab actor.
I wonder what his name is.
He works behind the scenes at TNA as
He
well.
should stay there.
Oh,
The Wizard of Oz.
He's very Butland, isn't he?
I like him.
But later,
I thought I was going to come and go, the bar is open.
he does remind me of Steve.
Yeah, thank you.
But later in the night, JC tries to blame Jasmine, and Jasmine is like, you can't blame me. You were in the match, not me. And it looks like there's going to be a 6-man tag match on NXT.
There isn't.
Yeah, there was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like we're splitting up Fatal Influence finally.
Oh, no.
After all these years.
Well, anyway. Blake Monroe defeated Jordan Grace.
Of course you
What do you think, Tom? Because Ross
What
had
a
a drink.
rotten feud that has led to a rotten match. It was all right.
Oh, you didn't like this match?
It was fine. I just wanted more for Jordan Grace at this point. I think I speak volumes. I think I speak for everyone. I just say this whole story just hasn't clicked for me.
Oh, I mean, no, the story's been gash because Blake Monroe's been like, ugh,
Yeah.
she's just a photocopy of a photocopy.
They keep it open to do more, but I just wasn't massively enamored with the whole setup.
okay.
I just wasn't. I like Jordan Grace as well, and I like Mariah May. I don't like Blake Monroe.
Maybe I'm biased. I really liked this match.
Okay.
It may be my favorite of the night. I can't remember. No, it's not my favorite. I remember what the main event was. And I really liked it because I thought I actually had it written in my notes. I don't even look because I'm good like that. That this match almost saved the feud because I liked it that much.
I didn't think it went quite that far, but it was a good match, but the stuff before it was so bad.
Yeah,
so bad.
There's no getting around that.
But I thought Jordan Grace got the sort of tone of it right. F her feelings, I've written down again. I'm sick of her talking about her feelings.
Yeah, I don't like that. But
Don't like that. I don't want. She shouldn't be relatable.
She's like the end of Shrek 2. Nothing but feelings.
But there was a nice reversal from Blake when Jordan was walking up the stairs with her on her back. Hair pull. Snug flat back for Grace to take.
Pull. What, Jake was there?
It was nice to be reminded as well how good Blake Monroe is in the face of the horrible creative she's had in terms of the promos given to
Thank
her.
you.
There was a nice knee followed soon after by a Saito suplex that made me say, for some reason I've written down Vavavoom. Vavavoom, I said. Vavavoom. A good heel win for Blake using the previously exposed turnbuckle to her advantage. Drop toe hold, then stomp, then DDT. I was assuming maybe this was Jordan Grace done in NXT because of how the storyline's gone and she's lost again, but then she's back, so that was...
Yeah, the Ricky Saints approach. Yeah. And then, Ethan Page and Chelsea Green defeated Tavian Heights and Tyra May Steele in a mixed tag match.
I felt bad for the Americans here.
Ooh.
They were up against it because
Yeah.
obviously Ethan Page and Chelsea Green not only established names but also just way more entertaining. Therefore, the match where they were definitely looking for the Canadians to be booed, they were just cheered out the house.
Massive cheers.
So great. Crowd just rejecting this completely, and not even Canadian or Irish to go, oh, those crazy foreign crowds.
Yeah.
No, proper American crowd going, nah, they're way better than
They
them.
should have had Carmen Petrovic in there if they wanted it booed. Someone who people don't care about as of yet.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Because she's Canadian.
Because I don't like Tyra May Steele's good. Like there's like for someone who's relatively new to it, like a charisma, a kavoka, if you will.
Suplexes were nice.
And Suplex was nice. Like she looks the business. And I thought Tavion Heights is great.
He's excellent.
But for whatever, but the crowd were just like, nah, we're like, and Ethan Page and Chelsea Green as a combo are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I want that to be a thing that happens more often. I think they bounce off each other so well.
That's a main roster. Stable
that
for
is
me.
a main
yeah.
roster thing, isn't it? It's a main roster thing.
Yeah, don't put Ethan Page in the Vision. Put him in the Hervis.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
In
I'd
the
love
oven
that.
with the bread. There was lovely lots of carry-on wrestling spots with Paige and Chelsea just running away from the big scary Americans.
Yep.
But it was weird booking. I don't know how you meant to get cheered when not only are you new in terms of Tavion, he's just sort of been a background character for a while, hasn't he? He's sort of now become more of a focal point on the show. But it's an unwinnable position for them.
It really was. And it's also like, have you not been watching SmackDown WWE? We just had the whole Zelina Vega thing where it's like, look, Zelina Vega's beating Chelsea Green. Vegas the Face, honest, where the crowd just been cheering Chelsea Green. She's on a Hall of Fame run. Yeah. She's what Wardlow aspires to be next year. And I also thought, wow, if I had $1 for every time a heavily pushed American Olympian got booed over an NXT superstar, I'd have $2, which isn't a lot, but it's surprising it happened twice.
Who else are you talking about there, Maffew?
The guy who inexplicably ended up on one of Tom Campbell's videos one time. Baron Corbin has never been more cheered in his life.
I think that's me you were talking about, not Tom. He was on Straight to Hell, he was.
No, you interviewed him.
I think it was Ross.
It was me, Gable Stevenson. It was me.
Did you not do him?
I've not done Gable Stevenson. I've not done Gable Stevenson.
Oh, no, I had a talk with you and you were like, oh, isn't Gable great? And I went, Tom, have you not Googled him? And you went, oh.
Yeah, I've not interviewed him. I don't know.
You're not scheduled to interview him?
No.
It's going nowhere. Sorry, I'm wrong. Just admit I'm wrong, Maffew. Sorry.
I did it before he made his debut at WrestleMania. Before all that was sort of public knowledge for us over here in the UK.
Yeah. I blame you, Tom.
That's fair enough.
I know now,
that
though.
cat outside told me you did it. Wouldn't lie to me. Lies to ye. But anyway, so that joke was horrible, and I've killed the podcast. Sorry. We'll move on, though, to the main event, the wonderful, wonderful main event that made me go, why is this even a bloody pay-per-view? It can't just be to mess with AEW. I mean, what they're going to have on the... Obafemi defending his NXT title against Javon Evans. Noises. What do you think, Ross?
I enjoyed how for the second time in about 6 hours, you had a world title match that featured somebody getting a 3 count while their foot was in the wrong position. And the match had to be restarted again.
They're unrelated. They're different companies.
What are the chances?
Javon, when we spoke about this last time, and I think we spoke on this podcast last week, and you were like, Javon Evans is next NXT champion. I'm like, nah, I don't see it.
He still is.
And I watched that match and I went, actually, yeah. Actually, yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah. He's the guy. He might be the cure for this current main event male-itis that NXT has, where there's just a distinct lack of any real, like, proper, tangible main eventers in NXT on the men's side. And I think Javon Evans might be the solution that has been there all along.
It's a bummer for Ricky Saints. Obviously, Ricky Saints is the guy who's out there peacocking towards over at the end of the show. But it's not him. It's Javon.
It's Javon, isn't it? It's Javon.
What do you mean? Ricky Saints was some of the dullest promos of his entire career.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Wow, I'm astonished.
Because like when Javon put that performance in and then lost, and Ricky came out, I went, this is gonna fall flat. If they're gonna do what I think they're gonna do, this is gonna fall really flat if it's not Javon Evans.
Javon Evans, Owen, is Newcastle United, and Obafemi is Liverpool. That's the comparison.
That's a great way to describe it.
That's the comparison.
So Obafemi will beat Javon Evans.
Of course. He did here. But he'll come back and you'll see, because he's the baby face and you're evil.
I was expecting Ricky Saints to go, by the way, I like Chelsea Green in this promo. Unrelated to anything, but what a match, though.
It was a different kind of Oba match as well, because straight away, there wasn't just the ordinary Oba beatdown. Javon was taking it to him straight away, which I thought was a nice change of pace for Obafemi. Javon, as we say, is a made man after this, because no one has taken the fight this hard to Oba since Tony D. And look at him now.
Yeah.
Currently dead.
We redo obviously the AEW comparisons will be made, but I think they're two separate shows. This would have been mapped out minutes before the show ended.
But I think it was weird that Javon went, I love you, London. That was a bit on the nose.
I did like the drama with the two referees. Obviously, the original referee is assigned to the match, and he's like, no, my word is the word that stands, sir, not you Johnny come lately.
That's what he said.
That's what he said, exactly.
Yeah,
and then just as the crowd were chanting bullshine, Oba's like, oh no, we're losing them. I've got an idea. And then to the point where he was on comms, they went, whoa, they dropped the S. And it was just, that's how you stop a bullshine chant. Yeah. Just lob Javon Evans at the announce
table. There you go, a quick EasyJet holiday for your pal.
For the second time in
Nothing
like 4 days.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Imagine taking that kind of bump for like 2 times in 4 days.
I'm worried this is now going to be his thing. Just get thrown at the announce table.
It won't be for long.
Hold my hand. Yeah, great. And no one takes a bumps like him.
Evans holiday.
Yeah, no one takes those bumps like him. And you're right, it was different to the 3-way matches he'd been having, where it wasn't just this match minus one other dude. He was like, no, I'm taking it. I'll study the matches. I'm not done. Yeah. And I think that helped. Because I think it's been been too much of a plucky underdog. I'm just happy to be here, but it's nice to see some. No, I'm winning the title off you, mate.
Yeah.
Good. I was ready for him to win here.
And for the first time in history, I'm going to give my move of the week to not one, but two moves, because I can't be arsed with the fallout. That'll come if I give Siobhan Evans going through an announce table the move of the week, or if I give it to Darby Allin. I can't be arsed with the AEW shill or the WWE shill, so I'll give it to both of them and stick it up your arse. Because they're both the same move.
Yeah.
They were both fantastic, and that's what I'm saying. So that's where the jingle goes in. Owen Mawson.
Oh, my. Oh, baby.
But there's notes from this show, lads. There's more headlines.
Oh, God, what?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Izzy Dame called out for not helping Tatum in a match for the North American title. Sean Spears buying the bollocks from Izzy Dame. And now the Culling ladies are going for the women's tag team titles. Izzy Dame is evil. Lexis King wants to wrestle a deaf and blind Miles born on Tuesday. But wait, lads. He's not blind. Tear gas to the eyes. Now he is blind. NXT is back, baby. Blindfold match in NXT for the deaf and blind Miles.
Miles Bourne will play a mean pinball this week on NXT.
Halloween Havoc is on Saturday, October the 25th. September the 16th, NXT is going back to Full Sail. Woo! And the Speed Championships are coming to NXT, we learned.
Yes, because the deal is possibly up, according to the not helpful at all news bit from the Observer.
Yeah, the X deal is up, so they're going to put them on. But I don't know whether they're going to work on NXT because they exist in their own little microcosm where the wrestlers go onto X knowing that they've got 3 minutes and their energy bars are lower.
Yeah.
When you sort of add that into the general run of an NXT show, you have to mentally prepare yourself to go, oh, if it's a 3-minute match, therefore moves are more powerful, like in a Survivor Series match. You know?
Yeah.
But it's almost like the Heritage Cup, right?
Brilliant.
So the Heritage Cup
Brilliant.
started as like 5 rounds, tribute to World Sport, where those matches would be 20 minutes with little buckets and breaks and stuff.
That's right.
Let's make it 5 minutes, make it 5 rounds. Okay, it's still not right. Let's make it 3 rounds. Okay, bro. Right. Let's make it 2 rounds.
No, but it's Lexis King. Lexis King took it away from all of us.
And they go, right, no more rounds, but they've gone, all right, what is the bit we like about the Heritage Cup? There's short bits. Right, we're just going to have the short bit, and that's it. That's what Speed is, the ultimate successor of the world of sport. In the sense that it is 1 3-minute round from a World of Sport match.
Thank
And
you.
it's about the length of Daddy versus Haystacks.
Thank you, Tom, for summing that up. I hate it.
Yeah,
But you are right.
Do you want to know the official rules they're going with in NXT? Because I wrote it down from the
No.
weekly show. 5 minutes in length the matches are in the Speed tournament. 2 victories in that tournament gets you a title match, but the title match is only 3 minutes long.
Ah, okay.
And in the ladies one, it's Candice, Lady Reed, Fabia Piche, I think is how you pronounce it.
Fabia Pache.
Fabia Pache.
I think we need to restart Ross.
And Zaya Brookside from TNA. That's the 4 who's in the tournament. So whoever gets 2 wins out of that goes to the final, and then, goes to challenge Sol Ruka, and it goes from 5 minutes to 3.
See,
Sorry, that name has knocked me for 6 minutes.
That all felt like at the end of the advert for like medication. It goes, warning, symptoms may include diarrhea, nausea, headache.
So they're going the opposite way, because before it was 3-minute matches when they're non-title and 5-minute matches when they are title matches.
Unless I've written it down wrong, Tom,
Because
there's a chance.
that was what they did before. It was 5 minutes to when it's a title match and 3 minutes when it's a non-title match. You get 2 extra minutes to win the title.
Oh,
It's Speed, isn't it?
someone check that over there. No one's there. I'm talking to nobody.
It's a whole production
orange
team.
cat over there.
Oh no, it's spreading. Monday Night Raw. Paul Heyman and Bronson Reed interrupted Roman Reigns. It's not very nice. Reigns and Reed brawled in Birmingham ahead of their showdown at WWE Clash in Paris on Saturday. What's French for Saturday? I forget.
Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, et dimanche. France, France, France. That's a legitimate song.
Samedi, isn't it?
Samedi, yeah.
Baron Samedi, yes.
Baron Samedi. I will say at this point, is it at this point where we get, or is it later in the night? No, I think it might be later. I'm just a few more little spots of UK indie talent, because there was a big old brawl and there was some security coming out. So hello to CBL from OTT, who was there. Hello to Ethan Allen, former Rev Pro and Progress champion.
He's good.
He's very, very good. There was a few. James Ellis was there as well. Hello, James Ellis. I just like spotting him. Just like spotting them. I know Lucia Lee was backstage at Raw on Monday. I don't think she did anything on screen, but it was her birthday. What a lovely birthday present for Lucia Lee to be backstage. She's very, very good.
Thank you.
Did you say James Ellis there?
James Ellis.
So that could be James Deep cut on podcast
That
law.
was a deep cut. Get the blade ready. Oh, God.
Do you know that story, Tom?
I don't know.
It's remember Jack who used to work here?
Vaguely.
Yeah, he had, like, hair
he
and
always
a
had,
hat.
he always had a hat on.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, and I always think he was really small, and he'd stand up, he was like twice the size of me, and I'm like,
Was,
oh,
he
that's
like,
wrong.
was he like work experience or something?
Something like that, yeah. But he had a friend at school, in first school.
He had a friend?
It just kept, making like noises. And the teacher told him off, and then one thing led to another. And what was it, Maffew? I can't actually remember the story now.
He went, the fact that the teacher yelled at him, like, stop it, James.
Yeah.
As the guy was having a seizure by the sound of things.
It's
It's funny when he told us.
Yeah.
He went on to invent Microsoft Word for Windows.
But Cody Rhodes, he got booed when his name was mentioned during this promo.
That's a worry.
Yeah.
Surprising.
That's a
Yeah,
worry.
and then Roman went, oh, okay.
My turn again.
Hello, Paul.
They don't like him anymore. I should be the boy again. I should be head boy again.
I enjoyed Paul Heyman's line about Bronson Reed calling him the realest gangster in Birmingham, the realest gangster in Birmingham since the Peaky Blinders.
Blinders, yep.
That's a reference to Birmingham.
Bloody hell,
Paul still loves Roman, but that's why he's come out to disrespect Roman. Roman needs tough love beaten into him, and Bronson's going to do that. I don't think he is. No, he will.
Of course he will.
He'll win. Bronson. And he'll steal more shoes.
I thought that I liked it. It was a wild and woolly start of Raw.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
Wild and woolly like Bronson Reed himself.
Wild and woolly like Bronson Reed in the shadow of the bull ring.
He's a
That's
big
what we
sheep.
like.
I like Roman going, wait, you're Samoan now? Oh, that means I'm your chief. Yeah, come here and worship me. I thought, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, he's just king of Samoans, pretty much.
But Bronson's tattoos were earned while Roman's were paid for or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever that meant.
I thought that was a cool line. It's just he's saying all this with the shoes around it. Say, I can't hear you, mate. Can you move the Nike
All
out your
said
way?
whilst wearing shoes
Yes.
around your neck.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, that's what I said. And then Dragon Lee defeated JD McDonough.
The lads were slapping each other really hard at the start, which was a surprise to me. This is
were.
only Raw, lads, I was thinking, not the Wrestle Kingdom. Styles continues to be really petty, flying all the way over to England to attack Dom at ringside while this match is going on. Nice little match from two good wrestlers, and that's all there was to it for me.
Yeah, I think maybe they were expecting the crowd not to be into this that much because JD, people love their backstage stuff. They don't always react to the in-ring stuff. So Dragon decided to absolutely spike JD with a Liger bomb. That was almost a power driver. And then the commentator was like, he's dead.
He deserved a JD McDonough after what he did in Newcastle.
I was going to ask, did you enjoy the Poohousery in Newcastle?
You kind of come into the city and put that on the back of your Liverpool shirt in August of 2025. It's too soon.
Do you want to explain what he did and why it's made you mad?
So
He said,
there's a-
R.I.P. Purple Aki.
There's a
I can't believe he did it.
there's a
He
rat.
wasn't even dead at that point.
There's a rat who currently plays for my beloved Newcastle United, who's told the club he wants to leave. Liverpool have manipulated the media.
Oh.
They've
Here we go.
undercut
You might say
Newcastle's
some disagreeable
valuation.
noises from
all
Owen in the corner.
these dirty, underhanded tactics to try and unsettle the player even further. And they've offered not enough
Owen.
money, essentially. And now he's gone on strike, basically. And JD McDonough had Alexander Isak's name on the back of his shirt while performing in Newcastle upon Tyne.
In the shadow of St James's Park.
Yes.
It's great heel work.
It is good
great
heel
heel
work,
work.
but tasteless. Tasteless.
It's happened since the
tasteless.
dawn of time when they've been doing the UK tours. I remember going to a Liverpool show back in like 2010, and who was it? I can't remember. But they came out in a Man United shirt.
Tyson Kidd came out in a Sunderland
I
shirt.
can't remember
in
who it
Newcastle.
was.
Michael Satamura.
But but it was just, I think it was not long after they got their 20th title. So obviously they'd overtaken Liverpool then. So he got booed out the building. I can't remember who it was though. Might have been Ted DiBiase Jr. or someone
Why
like
don't
that.
Oh, that's very forgettable.
Why don't Liverpool just offer 150 million and get this over with? What are you doing, Owen? Hey?
We're waiting for you to get a replacement, aren't we? But then you're lowballing Strand Larson. So
No, we've offered 60. That's more enough.
not yet. Not yet.
Have I Mandela'd this? In that there was a show at the MEN in Manchester many moons ago where they had two Divas teams and the babyface team came out wearing Man United tops and they all got booed. because somebody hadn't quite clocked on that Man United probably are going to get booed in Manchester.
Oh, I was there for Manchester.
I think Mandela affected that.
Well, I don't think that happened, but they went, everyone give it up for this Manchester player. And of course, it's in Manchester. Half the crowd were like, boo, I hope he dies. And he didn't make TV. I was like, oh, okay. Well, they still didn't learn from it.
Was that when Rooney was in the front row?
No, that was years later. So obviously that was on TV. This was like, yeah, give it up for so-and-so.
Right.
Giant boos. Well, we're not using that on TV. Let's do it again next year. Then we get Kofi Kingston defeating Penta.
Yeah, Waller, Grayson, Big G, as they like to call him these days, was actually going around the city of Birmingham with a petition asking for the Mexican Destroyer to be banned. There's quite a funny video on Instagram where he just goes up to old women going, excuse me, can you sign this petition?
Oh, you're really doing it then?
Yeah,
He's on
really
Broad
does it,
Street.
yeah.
On Broad Street around Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
He gets 27 signatures in 8 hours, apparently. A long, long shift for nout. I enjoyed Woods being dressed like a funeral procession pimp.
He's looking great.
Oh, he was fantastic. Ding-dong battles you would expect. Kofi in control for a while. Penta fights back with a dick in the ass. I've written down before this week's podcast.
I'm sorry?
Because of the old WCPW
I want to
theme.
move to Raw.
It was all about Penta trying to get the Mexican Destroyer on and failing. That is not a euphemism for his cock. Kofi kings out the Penta driver, which is fantastic. Distraction from Waller sets up the trouble in paradise after Waller had his petition shot into his face by Penta. Penta is just another member of the roster now. More to come from Monday Night Raw. What's up?
Oh, no, I've lost it.
Malfunction?
I've broken Matt.
Oh,
I've broken Matt. It's your fault.
Yeah, good match.
It's your fault.
Good match, whatever. any thoughts there, Tom? That'll work, Steve.
Kofi and Woods lost in Manchester a few days after this to the Manchester Maniacs. Did you see this?
What are you talking about?
No, this happened at the house show. So the War Raiders brought out a team called the Manchester Maniacs.
Okay.
And they ended up doing a number on the New Day, and then one half of the Manchester Maniacs was revealed as comedian Michael McDonald.
Oh.
Michael McDonald, sorry.
Michael McIntyre.
Back long ago. Michael McIntyre. Not the man who sang.
Famous Canadian comedian.
Michael We will never be the same again. No, Michael McIntyre. And they were filming a bit for Michael McIntyre's Big Show. So we had Big Show on the big screen at Manchester, which was funny. And they brought these two kids out. One of the kids had been in Manchester Royal Hospital fighting for his life with sepsis, and they'd saved his life. They were special guests of the show. And they said, oh, where's your dad? He said, my dad's at work tonight. He can't be here. And then Michael McIntyre's tag team partner revealed himself to be his dad. Oh, it was a lovely moment.
Was his actual dad? Was that his real dad?
His
And it was a really uncomfortable moment when the son learned there
the
and
DNA
then.
test. It was his shoot dad.
You're the milkman. Well,
yeah.
that son.
Yes, they did a whole bit for Michael McIntyre's Big Show at the Manchester show.
I'm really happy for me for not watching that.
Really heartwarming.
Hey!
Sorry,
That's
what?
sepsis boy you're talking about there. That's his wrestler name.
The Cross family.
Imagine the scenes though with Paul White.
It's a rubbish superhero.
I'm just a sepsis boy. Sepsis boy.
Careful.
Imagine the scenes of Paul White actually did walk out as the Big Show.
That would have been amazing.
Stepping through the Forbidden Door again.
I'm big, I'm big, I'm big, I'm big.
That wasn't his theme song.
That's his AEW thing.
Right, okay.
Well, I'm big, I'm big.
It's true. I remember that. Yeah.
Listen to this. Listen to Paul White's AEW thing.
When it has no more BS on the trot.
That's
Like,
it. I'm big.
Second verse is I'm tall.
I don't think the lyrics are I'm big, I'm big.
Synonyms for bigness.
I don't think the lyrics are I'm big, yes, I'm big and I'm big. But in my head they are. I'm big, I'm big, I'm big, and I'm big.
I'm sepsis. I'm so sick. My dad isn't real. Oh, well, that's great. What else happened on Raw? Becky Lynch accepted Nikki Bella's challenge to Women's IC Championship match at WWE Clash in Paris. Bella repelled Lynch's attack, which we made into a three-way featuring Kelly Osbourne. Your thoughts there, Tom?
The Kelly Osbourne, the Ozzy Osbourne joke was terrible because he is not the man. No, I did that earlier. It's fine. I was going to do the Les Ross in the morning bit back tomorrow and BRB bit, but I won't. But no, I liked the promo. I thought it was. I thought I get why. I probably people might go a bit too soon. What with the passing of Ozzy, I think Ozzy would have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Ozzy would have enjoyed it.
I like the bit at the start where she's like, I had to try it in Birmingham 13 years ago. It was a dump then and it's a dump now.
Okay. I was trying to think which company would have been for. Potentially Fight Factory?
Fight Factory's in
Or
Ireland.
Kamikaze Pro?
I think. I'm completely wrong there, sorry. Damn it, I've read a book and I can't remember where she tried out in England. All she talks about is Doug Williams being a bit of a dick.
No, it was ICW, wasn't it? Irish Chocolate Wrestling, sorry.
Oh! From the grassy knoll.
Awful, that. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Tom's got a mouthful of coffee. It's going to go everywhere like gangrel.
We've already lost the webcam. We can't lose the lights on.
Ozzy Osbourne's dead.
You said that just as Irish chocolate.
ICW, I was very promotion. Classic.
Can't say wrestle them. It's going to be called IC Cock.
I enjoy Becky's promo though.
What did she say, Ross?
She said she was having to go at the English for oppressing the Irish for hundreds of years. What's not to love? What's not to love? There's a C word mentioned, but not the one you're thinking of. It's coward. That's much worse.
Okay.
Chocolate.
And then, the stuff that we mentioned in the news segment at the start about the Kelly Osbourne promo. It was a good, but it didn't care much what Nikki Bella was saying. It was all about Becky Lynch for me.
That's the thing I've noticed. It's like, it's Nikki Bella, the legend, and she just doesn't do anything.
But you wouldn't have a book to write in if I didn't put the page in the book.
No, I've still written a book. It's slightly different.
Damn it, no, my
I
book isn't
chopped the
finished.
tree down with Brie. I put the tree in the paper makeup.
She's
I turned
already
it into pulp. I've seen in books about how the Tudors did stuff.
She's already
God.
ruined it though because she held the title and held up the belt.
She's
So that's it.
buggered
She's
then,
bugging it. You
Oh.
can't. I said this to Joe Hendry, right? When he held up the flipping title after he was challenging for it, he held up the NXT. I was like, no, you can't. Now you've touched it. You won't win it. You've ruined it for yourself, there, mate. And I said this to Nikki Bella. I would say this to Nikki Bella. You've ruined it for yourself there. She won't return my calls. You've ruined it for yourself there because you've held up the belt, and that's therefore the curse that you won't win it.
Yeah.
That's the end of my point. That's my story.
Rhea Ripley defeated Roxanne Perez.
There was a very interesting segment backstage before this match.
That's
though,
a lie,
lads.
but go on.
Because Kyrie and Asuka are Io's family, but Io wants to keep a distance from Rhea because of that family. So then they have a hug to say, we'll see you later there, this, that, and the other. But then Asuka and Kyrie in the background were looking at them hug, not knowing what they've said to each other, and that makes Asuka angry. Woo! It's dramatic irony of the highest order, gentlemen. Strap yourselves in. Careful now.
Oh, what did she say there? Should we perhaps just go and find a telly monitor and just rewind and see what she said? No! I will just assume it was bad.
As for the match itself, you're just an SH1T Liv Morgan is one hell of a wild chat
That's
from the
a
people of
great
Birmingham.
chat from
awesome.
Birmingham. Love
Yeah.
you for that,
So I
bro.
guarantee that was cut out.
No, it was still there on Wednesday.
Yeah.
or
Oh,
Tuesday.
so they can chant that, but they can't chant "You can't wrestle" JC Mateo.
She's
His feelings hurt.
equally as good and just as saucy if you saw her at Triple A. Goodness
JC
me.
Mateo, you suck. I'm not good at anything else.
They dub it over to JC Mateo. They dub it over with just an SH1T Liv Morgan.
Everything was smooth in this match. I've written down fair play for both lasses. That's a very generic.
Well done. You're very good. You're very
Sorry,
good.
that's all Football Manager we thought about the performance.
Well played, everybody. But I've written also down that Io deserves what's coming to her from Asuka because she got out there involved in the match after saying to Rhea, we should go our separate ways because of my family, and then she's out there helping Rhea for the post-match beatdown.
Yeah.
She deserves being spat in the face by Asuka. Well, it's coming because of the mist.
That's right, yes. Thank you. Any thoughts on Tom?
Perez gave Punk a Canadian destroyer in Manchester. That was from the house show.
That should be bad.
Yeah.
She's not watching the show.
We're reviewing Raw from
I
Monday,
know,
not the
but-
Manchester House show.
No, but
This show sucks. Michael McIntyre mocked a sick kid.
I know we are, but there's a few little newsy bits I just wanted to chuck in when they were pertinent.
I was just checking.
And I just
Because that's like the third time
next
you
on-
mentioned Manchester.
because I'm just look. You guys are doing all the brilliant.
Raw
like,
sucks.
bit by
Shreddy main
bit-
evented on Wednesday.
You guys are doing all the lovely little bits along it, and I'm just chucking in a few little news bits as we go.
Here's more of my mates that I want to name drop. AJ Styles will return Tom's calls, defeated Finn Balor, who was indifferent. Another good match. What do you think of this,
Just
Tom?
Finn Balor had a match on the quayside, and then he got chucked in the River Tyne.
He did. I was there, but that was great.
And Sami Zayn was at Newcastle United the other day.
He was. Him and Pac.
Who I thought was wearing a do-rag based off the pictures, but it turns out it was a beanie.
Oh. Yeah. That makes more sense.
And his wife was there, who's got a great name. I forget. That's all.
Jesus Christ,
my story.
I'm not going to get through
That's
this.
the end of it.
Guys, can you focus on Raw, please? We've got to crack on.
But her name, his
great name.
Owen, what's his real surname?
Irish chocolate.
Pac's wife.
Pax.
That's just
He googled Pac.
Oh, no, come on. It's Ms. Pack.
I'm going to... My heart's going to
There you go.
It's
Natalie
Natalie Slatterly. That's lovely.
That's her real name. It's a great name.
Hey, it's Natalie Slatterly. Hey.
Don't need to look at pictures on you, perfect.
Yeah,
What's
all
wrong
right,
with
mate.
But Finn Balor is doing the dirty work of Dom here because Dom apparently couldn't deal with AJ, so Dom was like to Finn, you deal with AJ instead,
Yeah.
and that's why the match is set up here.
That makes
Move
sense.
of the match for this one was the drop kick Finn did to the corner, which made Alan hit the turnbuckles. It's some force. Great move, but not the move of the week. That's gone to two different ones because I'm a poo house.
Very good, though.
Styles is going to win because the heel Balor is going to have egg on his face because Dom made him sort it out and he couldn't. A decent little TV match, nothing different from what we've seen from the pair before. It was a good time.
It was a good match and stuff with two obviously good wrestlers. I was just surprised there wasn't more Grande stuff. There wasn't more stuff involved in it. It was just a match for the crowd, and which is all right. But there is stuff happening with them. Yeah, Styles
Bullet Club for life.
Pew pew. Ooh, pew. Ooh.
Got a cool T-shirt.
Bullet friend.
Bullet friend.
Bullet friend. Ooh. I'll give my bullet for my Valentine. Ooh.
Whatever.
So it was all right match, but I'm like, all right, where's the El Grande? Where's the Dom? Where's the stuff that I like about this story? And it was not there.
The Bullet Club, Maffew. Ooh.
Pew pew. Club friend. Ooh.
Real rock and roller.
Pew pew pew. Real gangsters. Pew pew. Like Loki in New Japan. Pew pew. Braun Breaker defeated LA Knight. Therefore, the same brawl we've seen with every Monday closes the show. Wow, you said it, mate.
Triple H stealing his idea from Chef Michaels, having the match start backstage just like JB and Inamura did on NXT
That is true.
the week before this show. Knight on top for ages, which is good for him after picking up where Reigns started in the backstage area. What did that mean? Oh, yeah, because Reigns had an attack as well.
Yeah.
My notes are making no sense to me. Match was long. Crowd might say too long based off how they went so quiet for long portions of it. Turns into a proper ding-dong towards the end. Big moves everywhere. The spear from Braun on the outside after Rollins came out. He almost DDT'd himself. He needs to be careful. Calm down, Braun. It's only a commercial.
I can't believe you guys did that. Michael Winner's contribution to human history.
Yeah.
Proud advert.
He's an arsehole, he, Michael Winner. I don't know.
He's dead.
He was.
He's Michael Loser now.
But then Raw ends in the same way again. This time the face is the one standing tall with Jane Punk coming out to help Knight to take down Rollins and the Goons. Whoa!
You're only smoking mirrors.
Yeah.
Bit of tension going into the four-way landing.
Yeah, because Punk steps over Knight to get to console Jay. And then Rollins is like, nah, look at them, they don't like each other. And then Jay kicks him in the face. So they're all at loggerheads because they're all in that match at Paris on the weekend there.
They are, yes. Well said. This was a match where I went, I'm excited for this. And then it went on and on and on. And I went, I wish this match would hurry up. And then we got the exact same bloody ending.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it wasn't quite the match I thought we were going to get. But it wasn't helped that they had bloody 30
the drawings
minutes.
we were looking for.
Yes.
Yes.
It was fine.
But what happened in Manchester?
So the main event in Manchester.
Who was there?
But I'm more headlines
Terry Wogan.
Stephanie Verker, Steve to podcast listeners,
course,
is still
yes.
number one contender, but Pierce has an opponent in mind for her, but needs another week to sort it out. That's what we learned this week.
Imagine that in the men's division. Sorry, I've got a match for you next week. So
Give us 7 days.
I'm bringing an empty bag with me to Paris to get all the fine wines.
Yeah. Bailey had another promo where it's clear that she's got a split personality gimmick incoming because the evil Bailey's laughing, the good Bailey's like, look at how fun you used to be.
Yeah. Yeah, Bailey has CTE.
And then the other headlines are this upcoming week on Raw, it's Dom versus Styles for the IC title. And then I learned this week that Professor X's name is Charles Xavier. Because Dom in the
you don't know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh,
no.
There you go.
You're not a nerd, are you? Right.
Wow, I'm a wrestling man.
I'm a wrestling man.
For Napoli. But I had to Google when Dom was like, see you later, Charles Xavier, whatever he said, I had to Google what that meant.
Oh, bless you.
Big bald man.
Yes, he is. And yes, he is. NXT. Ava says... Oh, God, can we skip it already? Ava says she hasn't heard from Javon after Heatwave, so she needs to find a new number one contender. After trading verbal barbs, Ricky Saints and Josh Briggs are put in a number one contenders match. It's a bit forced.
No. This was like prime Dirty Dom when JB started talking. Boo! Hiss! Boo!
Ricky Saints calling Josh Briggs Sid from Toy Story Part 3.
I'll never unsee that now. Thank you, Ricky. Yeah.
And yeah, Ava's an irresponsible general manager. What do you mean no one's heard from Javon? You're the general manager. Call him, you tit.
Yeah.
She's very shy. I'll just text him again.
But Ricky Saints also says at the start of his promo that he's been here for 6 months, and I could not believe it when he said that. What's he done? Wrestled Jasper Troy a couple of times.
Yeah.
He held the North American title, apparently, which I forgot all about.
No, I remember that because then it was like, oh, boy, he's going to get this, and he's going to the main roster, and then, no, he's going to lose Ethan Page.
Which you didn't like, obviously. Because Ethan Page won.
Yeah.
And you hate Ethan Page.
That's right, I do.
You cannot stand it.
It's a shoot. It's all real. And people asked me about this in Glasgow.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. I hate you,
What
Ross.
what did you say to them?
Because what did Ethan Page do to you? I went, I said, I'll tell you, but I can't say to anybody.
Oh, so you dodged the question again?
I did, yes. I'm very good like that. Bastard. I'm like Keanu Reeves in Matrix. And then Ricky saying, what, you think I'm soft? I'm like, yeah, we've seen your crap promos this past 2 weeks, mate. What happened to you? And you lost to Ethan Page, and your throat died. Yeah. You're
very
now.
soft.
Yeah, you're not winning. Dragon Lee defeated, Klein Jordan defeated Blake Monroe.
The mat wrestling was off the scale here, I've written down straight away, because it was. Blake with a good run away from Kalani, but she tries to go through the door where she escaped from a couple weeks ago. But this time it was chained. Because Jordan Grace, right?
That's a fire hazard.
No, this was going to happen. That's fine. They can all burn in the shed. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Heatwave. Hey!
Was asking
great way of playing.
to chain up a fire door.
Kalani was with a knife. Oh my god! A knife lifting throw. To the Chris Eubanks now. Knife lifting throw. Before the one on the kind moonsault, Booker T is gutted because he wants to shag Monroe, and that's how we end the segment.
It really was.
Man, I want to shag Monroe. That's what you
NXT. And Vic's like, Booker, we're off the air. No one's in the building. This was a nice match until it wasn't. And then she's like, uh-oh, time to escape.
Yeah.
And then while I killed, he just ran right into a wall painted as a door.
Yeah.
Aretha Dunn finished to give Monroe her first loss in a year. It was like, all right, just an angle disguised as a match. Having said that, though, Booker T and Vic Joseph, without Corey Graves on Heatwave and this week's NXT, very good.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, Booker's actually stepped up his game, and he works a lot better with Vic. I think Corey was like a marriage counselor for these two.
Well, it was off the rails, and then Corey sort of got Booker T on the straight and narrow slightly in terms of his commentary, and now that Corey's gone, Booker's just continued to be on the straight and narrow, which is not what we want, do we? We want radio rental Booker T.
Yeah, of course. It makes for a better show, but people are like, no, we like Booker T not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
She's ordering his food on his phone. So, damn it. Well done, Booker T. Be less good, I guess. And then we get, Lexus King defeating Miles Bourne in a blindfold match.
This is fantastic. So the promo backstage, Miles, before a blindfold match, let's remind ourselves, is asked how his eyes are.
That's a good question.
What does it matter? He's going to have a blindfold on his head. And he's like, my eyes are a bit blurry after I've been pepper sprayed in the face, but I'm fine. I might still be deaf, though, but I'll feed off your energy and your voice, wrestling fans. Tell me when I'm getting close to Lexus. It's unbelievable, NXT.
They did the same spot in this that they did with Triple H and D'Lo in their blindfold match in 2002.
2 or 3, yeah.
Where Trips is shouting at D'Lo in the corner, and D'Lo walks out of the corner, but he continues to shout at him.
See, I've compared this to the other great great blindfold match of all time, which was Jamie Noble and Nydia. We all remember this one.
I forgot that happened.
A match
right.
they did twice so well that they did it on the pay-per-view. Then they did a house show in Newcastle a week or two later, and me and my pal were calling the move before they did it.
Right.
They did it step for step, exactly the same, though.
Brilliant.
Charlatans. Miles, though, despite being blind and blindfolded, it's a perfect drop kick while blind. King doing a tope suicide at the floor, then chopping the post. It's carry-on wrestling. It's unbelievable scenes. And then we get the classic stuff from Lexis King. The referee gets hit, blindfold up, kick to the dick, and then we're coronating Miles for the win. That's the name, isn't it? The coronation.
Coronation, yeah.
Down Coronation Street he went.
It was good.
Yeah.
Which wrestlers were on Coronation Street this week, Tom?
So there was none this week. I'll check for next week just in case. I believe Steve Austin's going to be a big cameo in the cabin.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, Tom.
There you go.
Beforehand, they did another really, really exciting sit-down interview to just completely kneecap another up-and-coming wrestler. Whenever I see that soft focus and I'm sat down in my normal gear, I'm like, here we go. But Miles, just managed to say, I'm not blind, but I'm still deaf, so please make noise and I won't be able to hear you. Hilarious. This match sucked. I loved it.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. Martel versus Roberts wasn't a bad match per se. It just shouldn't have been the feud ender on the biggest show of the year after having his eye, with the spray and whatnot. This was just lovely pantomime, as you said. And I liked the action. I laughed with my mouth, verbally, audibly. Exactly like that. Thank you. And this is a good version of bloody Pillman Jr.
He's won me round.
Idiot.
He has. He's won me round.
Complete gimp.
The setup he did for I thought he was blind and deaf. It's like that's on me. Wait there. He's not blind. Aha! He's got it. It's dropped. The penny has dropped, lads. He's got there.
You should do that for everybody. Yeah. I want a shot against Ricky Saints. He's blind. We talk about. No one falls for it. No one gets it. The Culling defeat Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray.
Izzy Dame is not doing herself any favours. I'm onto her, right? I'm onto her. I can see her tagging herself in. I can see her true desires here. She doesn't care about our Tatum Paxley, all right there?
Yeah, I'm on her.
I'm on her. I can see what she's doing.
I see you sat there, cross-legged in front of the telly going, Don't you?
That's it, because I've got parents who like, that's the murderer. I'm like, we know it's the murderer. Watching Columbo, you idiot.
But she's just holding Tatum down while playing the fiddler. Playing the aye.
What happens in this podcast is I say something dumb and then Ross sadly just something just does it again after.
So the fiddler on the roof turned up.
Yeah, the fiddler on the roof is there, on the roof of the shed. But yeah, good match, well worked, pace as you would expect from these people. I forgot how to talk apparently. But yes, the main headline is that Izzy Dame is well and truly a diddler. A huge diddler. Could not be a bigger diddler.
Diddler on the roof.
Run away, Tatum Paxley. Yeah. Run away.
I love the jumping rolling armbar. Very sweet.
That was nice, yeah.
That's what Booker yelled, and he was right. There you go. Oh, praise for Booker.
He was tucking into his ice cream.
Monitor switched off.
That's sweet.
He switched over. Oh, hell yeah. Diagnosis Murder. I love this show.
I'm sure you did like a little knife movement there, tuck it into his ice cream.
Damn it, it's still frozen.
That was the scoop.
I do think Booker...
No.
Not a huge scope. I do think Booker should have leaned into the being caught on Just Eat and literally just had his dinner whilst the matches are on. Yeah. No bread, no water, just eat.
Yeah. Also, Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray are there two more English-sounding wrestling names in the history of British wrestling?
Yes, Elton Prince.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Kit Wilson.
And Kit Wilson.
And Pac's wife.
And Natalie Slatterly.
Natalie Slatterly. I just like some of the moves. I don't care about the culling at all. Ricky Saints defeated Josh Briggs in the number one contenders match. Bloody hell.
The lads had their working boots on here. They went from 0 to 100 miles an hour very quickly indeed. I thought Ricky put in a great babyface performance. He took his beating well and launched his comeback very well indeed. I'm such a wanker. JB with the move of the match with the alley-oop backbreaker where he flipped Ricky from the inside the ring. What an innovator. Well, he stole the move from someone that Maffew or Tom will probably know.
Probably Nova.
Probably Will Cruz.
Luthez. What else was there? JB, another good outing, but another loss. So Chef Michaels for me can't have the professional wrestling heel being all pissy and moany saying, "Oh, I don't get title shots because I have match of the night all the time," when he loses all the time. That's how wrestling works.
I 100% agree.
Yes.
Crap.
Yes. Effing dark steak, then a dark steak.
I love ordering a dark steak on my giant ice cream.
Well done, then attack Ricky and Oba after Oba says he's going to make the absolute. Oh, this line killed me. I'm going to make the absolutely mediocre. Fire, burn, ready to ignite.
Yeah, that's someone setting the script on fire.
Ugh. But Chef Michaels, a book and trope of his, needs to go away. We don't need the world title feuding wrestlers in a tag team before we get to their match.
Yes, we do.
We need. It
How can
happens
they
every time.
coexist?
It happens every time at the minute, Chef Michaels. Be better.
Are we about to see Ricky Saints and Oberfemi win the tag titles?
Oh, I hope not, Tom.
In
fact, no, I hope so. Get him off Dark State.
Oh, yeah. It's completely kneecap them after killing Hank and Tank.
Oh, bless them.
Yeah, I like Ricky Saints. I'm a big fan of his, but I was wanting JB to win here.
Yeah.
Because he's got more heat, he's got more momentum. Ricky Saints, again, would be like, oh, this week we'll go up to main roster. This week, and he's like, oh, no, you're just sticking around, are you?
Yeah.
So this isn't, oh, Ricky Saints has his title shot. It's Ricky needs something to do, which isn't a reason to get a title shot like this. Especially with Javon and JB getting more momentum. Hell, Inamura had more momentum than That's how I say it.
But he lost to JB last week, didn't he? Of course.
Yeah, but
let's not forget.
I did forget. Then Tyra May Steele defeated Alba Fire of the Hervis.
Tyra has got guns. Alba playing the heel with her slightly exaggerated selling, which was good in my opinion. Which was good.
I thought this match was good because I was talking to a little cat. What did you think of the match, Tom?
I'll go get him and bring him in just to prove it.
Oh, God, please don't, because what if you don't bring anything? It's no longer funny if you're legit mental.
I liked Tyra May Steele here. I do really like the energy and the charisma, again, as I said in the previous match. And I thought there'd be poo-housery more so. Obviously, there was poo-housery afterwards, but I thought there'd be poo-housery that would stop her getting a win, but it didn't. I was like, oh, they give her a win. First big win. Off we go with Tyra May Steele.
Yeah.
And I can't believe Tavion put his hands on Chelsea. When Chelsea tried to slap him, he stopped her hand with a touch. Yeah, you can't be that and do a bit. You can't do that and be a baby face. I forgot how to talk this segment. I don't know what's happened. Anyway.
We're all a bit lucid in our definition of the term. The dictionary definition.
But hey, at least the plants in the shed booed the Canadians. Up the plants.
Yeah.
Because
worth every penny, yeah.
Real wrestling fans clearly don't do what the storyline is intended, but the plants do.
Play along in the shed.
Yeah. I like Vic talking about how short Booker's world title reigns were, despite having so many. And Booker replied with, "Oh, you want to fight tonight, eh?" And then he went, "Go get Ava, we'll set it up." And then he just goes, "Oh no, she's busy, Booker." I went instantly back into talking about the match. Also, before this, there was a fantastic Maybelline advert disguised as a segment. Why am I bringing that up, Matthew?
Because Maybelline was very prominent in the centre of the ring.
Oh, that's right.
For a lot of these bits.
Very subtle, like, well, I look good because I wear Maybelline. I'm like, all right. Are they going to rub their face in the mat? That didn't happen.
Maybe she's born with it.
Comes out looking amazing. Anyway, then we got Lola Vice, Sol Rucker, and Zarya defeating Fatal Influence in a 6-woman tag team main event.
Well, Jasmine Nix really did prove Jessie Jane correct here, because it was all going well for the heels, and then Jasmine Nix gets in there and she takes one hell of a beating.
Sorry, it's sort of big bang. Is everything all right?
Just that Ryan, he can't control him.
Oh, bless him.
He just doesn't do any work, and then he hops up and down.
So outside in the office area, everyone's just looking out the window at something.
was a
I
big
am just
bang.
intrigued.
Maybe they found the cat.
The cat's got a gun.
Ginger's got a gun.
What's happening? Dodgy people!
Oh! Let him in!
What about the dodgy people? They're just hanging around.
Dodgy people just hanging around.
Not near my car, are they? That's all right then.
Do they have a ginger
the door.
cat?
Do they have a ginger cat with them?
Huh? Shut up.
Ryan goes, there's no cars there. Ross was having none of it.
I see his game.
Funny boy.
It's classic Riser.
Yeah, classic rise.
Classic
He's
Riser.
gonna rise out of you. He's gonna rise out of you.
What's happened? Shut up.
Hey, you can't just do. God,
Gene, bloody girl.
Andrew trying to go. Your car's been stolen. We just did it in front of him. Everyone's looking outside now.
What are they looking at?
It makes everyone
Do you
worried.
pause the podcast and go and look?
Aiden messaged in Slack before saying there are people outside.
They're allowed to be.
I'm really excited. I'm really intrigued.
Let's pause the podcast and
Yeah,
go and
there you
look.
go.
Let's have a look.
A few moments later.
That was exciting.
It was Charles Crowley. And which other British wrestler, Tom, that we haven't mentioned already?
Man like Darius, the new Progress Men's Champion.
Yeah, would you believe it? They were hanging outside.
Mr. Crowley.
Bow, 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 bow.
But Jasmine Nix is rubbish in kayfabe, and she proved JC Jane correct here in this match. All the lasses involved had their moments. Another generic comment from Ross. This match was given plenty of time. The FI lasses nearly hit each other, which allows Sol to do a Sol Snatcher. And Lola gets the win, which continues her journey towards the title. A good main event given time is my main overriding thoughts.
Yeah, just the bog standard Raw or NXT in this instance. Everyone teaming up to have a match where we all know what's happening and it's okay and it's just kind of just there. Yeah, no fine. Thoughts, really.
I think Lola's going to be the next NXT Women's Champion.
Same.
That seems like the obvious way to go.
Yes.
I think JC Jane is just keeping it warm for her.
That's nice.
Yeah, and the other headline from NXT is just the speed title stuff, which I might have written down incorrectly. Which way is the 5 minutes? Which way is the 3 minutes? Find out soon.
It's the most anyone's thought about speed in years.
Incorrect, sir.
Dynamite. On the top, thank you. Dynamite. Boom. After some mic issues, which we're not used to in this podcast studio.
Give me the effing mic.
He just yelled it, didn't he? Big ups to Big Scott Steiner at Survivor Series 02. Dax Harwood asks referee Paul Turner to make sure Jake Hager doesn't give an interview. If he's ever had to go home and tell his wife and kids that he failed because of an incompetent moron. And he goes, no, but MJF had to do that. Oh, no, sorry. That's what Dax had to do after Forbidden Door, after FDR and Stoke threatened Paul. Cope and Cage are here for the save and brawl. They solved Cage's problem on Sunday, and now they're going to solve Cope's problem at All Out in Toronto.
The crowd were the highlight for me here. Fantastic chance of bald for Dax Harwood.
Dax Harwood.
Paul for Paul Turner. And no hose for Stoke.
No hose. Such a good job. And then go on.
I thought they might have put the World Tag Titles on FTR for the purpose of them facing Cope and Cage at All Out with the titles on the line.
Yeah.
That's a fine main event in Canada.
Yeah. I quite like it, to be fair. It's a bit off the beaten track. It's not what you would expect, because before the show, you would expect the tag team titles to be on them.
You know what? Yeah, I'm not that upset about them not getting it. It's more of a side attraction than it is like the main course.
Yeah. There's more history
side
there,
attraction, main course. Mixing all the analogies here.
There's enough history where you don't need the tag team titles. And I like the fact that Christy was going to go for the dad stuff on the FTR lads, and Cole was like, no, we don't need to do that. Oh, yeah? You're sickos. I remember now. Go at it, Courage.
Oh my God! We are having a banger this week.
I nearly said Cope. So
who knew that Joel was the glue that held everything together?
Who knew?
Joel's gone.
You get your nose out of Joel's arse when he's not here.
Yeah.
All these lads
he has enough women to do that for him. It's a cue to do that.
He has one called Rachel or Rebecca. I can't remember.
Megan.
And he can't remember.
No, it depends what day of the week it is.
His podcast girlfriend.
His podcast girlfriend.
Is Rachel or Rebecca? I'm sure it's Rebecca.
He's a big fan of the Google Calendar.
Yeah.
Is that like?
Megan doesn't exist in the podcast.
Okay.
Megan who?
Exactly. That's what we say. Yeah. It was a good segment. Also worth mentioning, we are at the ECW Arena. I'm going to call it the 2300, whatever the hell it's called there, which is interestingly getting picketed by the local unions by saying AEW does not use their union workers, so they're bad. And you'd be like, oh yeah, that's bad if they're not using unions. But then like, no, we have our own dudes who are union. And people have gone, hang on, they didn't say anything when Doree came along.
You know,
a few months ago.
Famously pro-union WWE.
Hang on, this seems very suspicious, but they didn't get the way of the event by looks of things. But
which newsy people have put that story out there? Because then we can tell who's paid by the WWE.
Bixen's fam was the one reporting it, but he's paid by WWE.
Oh, he just
that'll be the ultimite swerve.
Just loves bitching, doesn't he? Old Bixen's man. David Bitchin's man.
But he does it so well.
And now he's going to find something from my checkered past that he'll bring up.
Exactly. You're on your own. I'm going to move close to Tom. The innocence pure.
Ain't
Do you think of anything white and
no
pure?
scraps in my scrapbook.
Can you think of anything pure and white to compare you to, Tom?
Come see me Friday after 7, and then
There
we can
you
talk.
go. I'll be there, and so will A-Kid, whatever. I'm running out of names here. John Moxley defeats Daniel Garcia via shoot roll-up after a ding-dong battle. Hello, to end them all. After Bell, Yuta speaks on behalf of Moxley, who doesn't want to waste his breath in turning down Darby Allin's challenge for All Out.
That Darby promo was fantastic. Where he's using his ear blood to write all out on the wall. And then fire, burn, ready to ignite. But the match is all about the bad wheel of Moxley. Did you notice at the Newcastle game? Did you see it on Monday?
He was wearing Newcastle top when he got into the UK. I know that much. And in Manchester.
But Alan Shearer, right, was pictured on TV. And with the bald head, he had a white t-shirt on or a black t-shirt on, but he had the green trousers on. It was John Moxley. But Alan Shearer was dressed as John Moxley at the match on Monday.
So Moxley's wearing Newcastle United stuff.
Oh
Alan
my
Shearer's
God.
dressing as the Death Riders.
You know what I'm saying?
To replace one another.
Yeah.
Alan Shearer and the Death Riders. Okay.
Stranger things have happened.
Shearer, Duncan Ferguson.
Brian Kilcline.
Yeah.
We're going back to the 90s. But yeah, it's all about the bad wheel of Moxley, who should really be due a holiday around about now, I reckon. Especially after that match on the weekend there.
Yeah.
He's never going to leave. Match was given time. Dan with some references to Nigel, which some went better than others. He tried to do Dean Ambrose, this wacky line. I forget what Nigel called it. What did Nigel hey?
He used to call it the
Les Kellett.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Les Kellett.
He tried to do that, didn't quite go.
It got changed to the Let's Kill It lariat, which is wrong because it's based on Les Kellett.
Well, it's like a play on words.
It's a play on words, yeah.
Well, ironically, I couldn't do the pun, so I just mumbled and
It's
stuttered.
the Les Kellett lariat.
The blah, 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 as they call them commentary. I liked Garcia blocking a DDT by holding the ropes, then turning it into a single crab. Seamless. But I'm like, ooh, I wonder who's winning.
Yeah.
And Moxie's had a long string of these, like against Jet Speed, just a singles match. He's going to take some time, and then he's going to win. And you're like, yep, cool. Not really invested that much. Is Garcia going to turn heel, or is he just going to lose all the time? Who knows?
They did a good job of making Garcia look like a valiant babyface, but as you say, there was only ever going to be one winner. But the most interesting thing was Moxley and Garcia sort of... Moxley was either trying to bite the neck of Garcia or kiss him on the cheek, one of the two. So that was telling me that maybe Mox is trying to recruit Dan, because Dan's a bit of a lost soul at the moment. He didn't even do his humping at the start for his entrance. You know, he air humps with his arms in the air?
Yep.
Air humping Garcia, that's what we call him.
That's what we do call him.
Yep.
But yeah, Garcia has as much chance as winning as... Oh, God. I'm not going to say that. The crowd were really behind him, even though...
Who are you going to say?
I was going to say, Garcia has one chance of winning.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
What's it say?
I wouldn't. Just
And despite having no legs, Hook returns to take down a yapping Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah,
He's back!
He had no legs.
unfortunate.
Yeah, camouflage trousers on. It was an attempt at a joke.
I was trying to think, what was his injury? Was it legs?
Owen's beside himself there, pissing his
Oh,
pants.
God, he really is.
I had to put the mic down. I was laughing that hard.
Bloody hell. Sorry, man.
But I thought the promo from Yuta was fantastic. He's got the wrong voice for the promo he was cutting. He's like, I grew up on the rough streets of Philadelphia, and I was in the ring crew.
And he was, yeah. Remember him doing those matches in Philly? God.
It just works, the juxtaposition. I'm not a fan of the new theme of Hook. I hope that's just the return theme. Because it's all about, I'm coming home.
Yeah.
I'm
coming home, Philadelphia.
I feel like that was just for his comeback bit because they use it in the
This is in the
Up
thing.
the Action Bronson one.
Up the Action Bronson. Yeah, I'm alright with Hook as a character. It's, he's just also kind of there.
He's just the same, isn't he? He's not really developed.
Hey, it's Hook and he's back.
With no legs.
He's got no legs and he doesn't know how to use them because they're not there. Chris Statlander and Harley Cameron see off Megan Bayne and Penelope in tag team action.
They have a lovely tag team entrance to Statlander and Harley Cameron.
They do.
Feel the wrath.
I do feel the wrath.
You dirty boy.
I do like Harley Cameron. She's class. Good to see her on telly all the time now. It's nice.
Bit of a Ron Seal match, dare I say. Owen Mawson, that's the Ron Seal jingle we need inserted in the podcast there.
Roger. Timestamp written down.
Ron Seal does what it says on the tin.
Megan being extra rough with Harley. Calm down, Ross. Lovely, I've written down. Not in an unsafe way, just a good hard wrestling way. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Cameron and Stat with a nice tandem pendulum flapjack thingy.
Yeah, it was.
But a good match where the faces win. It's where does it go in though? Where's it going? I'm asking. Because obviously Willow comes down at the end. Then her and Chris are a bit like, we're friends, but we're not what we used to be because we've wrestled each other a bit too much. Where's it going, guys?
Women's tag titles.
Oh,
because you got Statlander and Harley, Willow and they got Willow in the mix as well. There as well. Penelope and Megan Bayne.
The Triangle of Madness.
Triangle of Madness.
Yeah,
You've got a sufficient women's tag.
Sure, Aminata's got a friend.
Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. There's 4.
Yeah. That's a good point.
WWE done more with less.
That's a good point, but how about less titles in AEW?
I mean, I have vouched for that for many years. I'm only just suggesting what they might be building towards, as opposed to what they should be building towards. Because currently the women's titles are impenetrable. So let's have some more which are penetrable.
Ding dong.
Hello. And then speaking of loads of titles, Mercedes Moné wants to smash Ultimo Dragon. 10 belts, one-time thing if you have a title. You better watch out. Moné lambasts...
You forgot how punctuation works.
No, there's nothing here. Belts at one-time thing, so if you have a title, you better watch out. There you go, it's much better there. More alliteration, please. Moné lambasts Windsor for not being as good a Rev Pro champion as she is currently, whilst also promising to stick the Brit in a hospital bed right next to her fella, Willie.
Aye. Oh, Will, I love it when you do the CEO dance. Oh, that's what Mercedes Money was saying on the show. Just like that. While rubbing her thighs. But there wasn't much to this segment, wasn't there, really? Just look at me titles.
Look at my belts. My belts are amazing.
Give them a kiss. They taste just like raisins.
Yep. Exactly.
I enjoy the rationale for saying she didn't tap out of Forbidden Door because she wasn't League One first and foremost, and she was trying to kill a bug in the ring.
That was good.
Just like that.
Yeah,
Great
that was
stuff.
a noise of someone trying to kill a bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a reminder that she got loads of belts because she keeps on winning them.
Yeah.
She won another one just before Forbidden Door as well. She won the Discovery Wrestling Women's Championship. So she might be doing a title defense in Edinburgh at some point.
Oh.
She beat Emerson Jane at Rev Pro Global Wars.
I saw Emerson Jane on my Instagram the other day. She had 3 darts through her face.
That's pretty common for Emerson Jane.
Darts?
Yeah. Yeah. She did. She's a lot of death matches. Emerson Jane. TNT. Rise.
It was darts.
No, they were darts. It was her and Drew Parker had a match. There was a lot of darts in the mouth. Yeah. Her and Millie McKenzie had a banger of a death match at Rise as well last year.
Right. Look, I do like deathmatch wrestling, but when it comes to like shoving stuff through the cheeks like syringes or darts, I'm like, I know what you mean. But hey, good for them. The Don Callis family win an all-star 8-man tag match against Brodito and Jet Speed thanks to a shoot roll-up from Josh Alexander on Speedball Mike.
Most interesting part of the match for me was Takeshita and Okada falling out. Dun, dun, dun.
That was a nice little bit.
That's a match I would like to see because I checked Cage Match and they haven't had a broadcasted singles match.
Oh.
Therefore, how would you see it unless you were there for their potentially other singles matches? I've just remembered I forgot to unclick broadcasted, so they might have never actually had a singles match ever.
Oh, so there's not like a secret house show one where Billy Connolly was there with a sick kid.
It was in Manchester.
It was in Manchester.
Just
where
Manchester
Roxanne Perez gives CM Punk a Canadian Destroyer.
It was a bit of a house show feel to the match, but that's not a bad thing with the names involved because there was a lot of good action to really sink your teeth into, I thought. But there wasn't much to it. It was just, as they said, a good wrestle wank in the middle of the match.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the traditional Excalibur PWG Big 6 gay man tag match. That's how he said it. That's his thing. I'd much preferred Mark Briscoe's promo earlier today. He cut a promo and he had a newborn baby.
Yeah, he stole it, didn't he?
It did look like it, yeah. Because then he goes, take this baby and go to someone off camera who took it, and Taz just lit up there, and I was very happy to hear that.
Have they had a singles match, Owen?
Not that I can see.
There you go, then. They've never had one before.
Nope.
Dun, dun, dun.
Actually, you can't see it off camera, but Owen just didn't even Google.
He's the Oracle.
He's the Oracle. No. Ricochet and where am I? Oh yeah, Don Callis. Oh, yeah, he's on the show a lot, isn't he? Promises Hangman that one of his family members will take the AEW World Title from him.
That could be one of 100 people.
Yeah, God. Don wants revenge on Hangman as the Cowboy took the title from Don when he was represented by a weakling in Kenny Omega. The Goons arrive and a brawl starts with Jet Speed and Kenny getting involved too. The segment ends with Kenny in jeans and Hangman, not in jeans, rolling back the clock to 2020 and standing tall with their finisher.
Yeah, nice to see them back together again.
Until Omega turns them. Omega joins the Don Callis family.
Omega reminded me of 2002 Triple H when he came out.
All right.
Jeans on.
Yeah.
That shade of jean as well. Big muscles.
I thought, oh my God, Zandig's back. At his arena.
But I like how Don was like, one of my family members is going to take the title back from you, Hangman Page. And the 4 people who came out were Lance Archer, Rocky Romero, Josh Alexander, and Hechicero, which means I reckon out of them 4, Rocky's the favourite to do it, I reckon.
He was the first one out as well.
Yeah.
It's like, oh boy.
One of my 4. One of my family members are going to take the title from you. So like we're going to we'll start dealing from the bottom of the deck, aren't we? Right? Okay, fine.
There's a long way to go.
All right, Goldberg, you get a shot at the NWO once you've defeated Vincent. By the way, speaking of Hechicero, at Dynamite Collision at Glasgow, he was ungodly over by a certain section of the crowd who then everyone else in the crowd started joining in, chanting for him, and he had to start reacting, going, "Oh, I'm really over here."
Bless him.
Scotland's favourite son. Hechicero!
Absolutely.
But I always interested at the start, because obviously there was a lot of talk of Ospreay when he was doing the end of match stuff at the weekend. That what's next for him? He's gonna have surgery. But then Excalibur was like hinting that there might be a retirement or he might not come back. He was really over egging the pudding. So I thought it was interesting that Hangman started the promo here by saying, "When you come back, Will, I want you to fight me." I was like, oh, they're dangling a carrot just in case Will's thinking about something we don't quite know yet.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't know how real that is because wrestlers seem to come back from anything. Hi, Ric Flair. I was like plane crash seeing you from the 70s. Oh, you wrestled until a few years ago. Okay, great. But it could happen also, sadly.
He has been doing it for a long while.
And he's been doing crazy stuff.
Yes.
It's okay, bruv. Then we get Ricochet and the Goons of Agony failing in their shot for the World Trios titles against the Ops because MVP got his own back, like Dave Benson Phillips, for the interference in the tag match of the weekend.
He did. He hit one of them in the back with his pimp cane.
Yep.
Boop. Highlight of the match for me was Ricochet being a big poo house, a big Bertie Big Bollocks on the apron going, ha, ain't I pretty?
This is so great.
And then he thinks a wrestler's coming behind to attack him, but it's not, it's Aubrey Edwards. He hops off the apron and poos his pants, and that really tickles Taz.
And Taz is so like, I've never seen it happen. He took a bump off a ref.
It was a good match. I don't know what we say about it. They're all good matches in AEW, aren't they? But yeah, the Hurt Syndicate come out after the match and a brawl happens, so it looks like we're setting up Ricochet and or one of the goons or both of the goons, and maybe Ricochet's the manager. Who knows what makeup they'll have. They're getting a shot at appear at the tag. No, because they lost them. Why have I written that down? They lost the titles, Ross, you tit.
Yeah.
Oh, what a wanker.
That'd be it. Ricochet going, I want a shot at your tag titles. He goes, I haven't got them. Bollocks! I campaigned for this match. I haven't got the titles. That would be, if he did that, though. That'd be comedy gold. And like, look, you were looking at the contract, but there was a sunny day outside, so it was shining off your bald head, whatever, something like that. It's weird that they've just pivoted completely. Like, hi, Hurts. You're not the tag team division title anymore. We're pivoting towards you and Ricochet. That's it. You're a pain in the arse. By the looks of things. However, Ricochet is very entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't even mind the Goons of Agony right now because they're with Ricochet.
Yeah. I like the Goons of Agony.
I couldn't believe they got a TV win at Collision.
Yeah.
I was like, them?
They're
going to win?
Who did they beat?
Who did they ever beat?
Oh, God, I can't remember.
Was it the Manchester Machine Guns or whatever they were called?
Oh, yeah. It was the grizzled young vets.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it was speechless. Like that. That's the sound of speechlessness. Darby Allin somehow manages to defeat Claudio Castagnoli in a Falls Count Anywhere match. After the bell, a Gabe Kidd-led Death Riders are here for the attack on Darby, but he manages to escape as the show goes off the air.
Darby takes one hell of a beating, so he does. The shopping cart into the chairs, the slam through the TV onto the floor, the big swing into the barricade. He goes extra high for an uppercut. The gut wrench off the top onto the chairs into the ring. I am the table in the ring. But despite all that, he still managed to get a couple of moves in. Just one, I think, before his comeback at the end, where he climbed up the pole in the building and jumped off in coffin drop fashion.
A pole? Ivan, what are you doing now? Dodgy callback wasn't needed, I'm sorry.
Then obviously the second half of my move of the week is here with shades of Giovanna Nova, with Darby being sent through the announce table.
Did you
And then the coldest white boy in the game's here with the attack after an unlikely Darby win. And that was AEW Dynamite.
Lovely bit after Dynamite goes off the air.
Oh, that's a very cynical thing to say.
Right now.
Oh, okay.
They play War Machine by Kiss. And everyone comes out in Taz shirts.
Do they?
Including Taz's wife, Anne Hook. And they pay a little tribute to Taz and surprise him by like, oh, we're all celebrating you here in the 2300. And on Collision this Saturday, they're gonna hoist Taz's name into the rafters of the 2300. They're gonna hoist Taz. I think that's
it's a funnier image.
You know how someone's like, oh, your jersey gets retired.
Yeah.
They're doing that for Taz on Collision on Saturday.
Nice.
They're going to leave him there.
They're gonna just leave him up there.
Oh,
See you guys.
Bye.
I'm stuck here, Jones.
I thought. No, it was a lovely moment there.
Are they going to take him up there? Oh, yeah. Use a hook.
Hey! Ba-da-boom!
Who did his wife ever beat, though? That's the question I'm asking.
That's a very good question.
But other headlines from the show, Tony Khan now needs a 7-day notice for contract holders to execute their contract shot.
Yeah.
Let's take away any jeopardy from that particular bit.
But I'm glad about that because the Money in the Bank concept is what they're doing here pretty much. It's like, okay, that's dead in the water like Robert Maxwell. So I'm happy to see it like this instead.
That one flew over my head.
It's Angels for Tom.
Who's Robert Maxwell?
He's dead. A guy who cost a lot of people a lot of money in pensions. And he was mysteriously killed off his boat and no one knows who did it. Decades later, fun fact, history for all the Cultaholic people listening home want to hear about wrestling.
What a main event though, eh, lads? Bloody hell.
Yeah. That was good too. No, they embrace the fact they were in the 2300, and I really like that. Like, I like the setup for it. It felt very old school, like with the fencing and stuff, all of that, and plus that main event was very sort of extreme-esque. I thought it was good fun.
Yeah, Claudio's had loads of matches in the arena. He knows what the crowd wants. They were very loud for everything. It made the atmosphere fantastic this week on Dynamite. And wow, can you believe it? Darby took a lot of bumps and Claudio was happy to give it to him.
Yeah.
Good combination there.
Really good.
Bouncing off that table like nothing.
That Rock looks like an elephant. Isn't that good? Look at that.
No, don't show the people at home. Just keep it ambiguous. Okay,
That looks like an elephant. And that was the week of wrestling. They were watching.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Mailbag.
Ooh. Let's have a rummage in our mailbag.
A bag of mails. M-A-L-E-S.
Get me in there.
Covered
in treacle. Don't you mean your scrotums? Not your mailbags?
Afternoon, lads.
Good night, lads.
Hello.
As of writing this email, it is the day after I went to see NXT at the PC in Florida. I've been visiting Orlando from the UK for a few years now, and have been to some of the NXT house shows that take place in school gyms and armories. Are you clapping for...
Yeah, he's been NXT house shows.
Right, it just
my
sounded
kind of guy.
It sounded like
The
you were
coconut loop.
Is that what they call it?
It's called the coconut loop.
Why?
Because they do because there's a little circuit of house shows in Florida where presumably there's coconut trees. But they call it the coconut loop.
They're all coked off their nuts. That's right.
Coke.
I believe
It's called the coconut. It is called the coconut loop.
I've never made it through to the TV until yesterday. I thought I'd email in to detail some of what it takes to get into TV tapings, and it may explain why NXT is the way it is from a crowd standpoint. Oh, here we go.
I woke up and put my trousers on. I brushed my teeth and combed my hair. I left the house. I got in the car.
It's so boring, isn't it? First, you can only get seats via Facebook, which is dodgy as F.
It is! What a shocking revelation. Thank you for your email. I appreciate it. These two arseholes don't,
I'm
apparently.
enjoying it. I'm liking it. I haven't got the cool stuff yet. Then you need to sign a form. I don't know what that's.
I've got the cool stuff. Sign a form.
2 email responses to get on a list. Wait, you have to respond to an email? I don't care. The day of the show, you arrive at Full Sail, and if you're in the right space in the queue, you'll get on a bus that takes you to the PC.
And there's another bus that...
This is very cloak and dagger, isn't it? I dragged my non-wrestling fan dad along. Oh, here we go. As we were waiting in the queue, the heavens opened, and it poured. It only took 20 to 25 minutes of this before the staff decided, oh, maybe we should just get everyone on the buses now.
On the buses?
It's a good life. You don't get an actual ticket at any point. When we arrived at the PC, there is no food.
Just meat!
Yeah, But this is the critical point. It's all free. Well, the water's free.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Free water, PC, guys.
Welcome to WWE, the richest wrestling company on the planet. They give us free water. Yeah. God bless us, everyone.
I know, it's Christmas time.
At any point did I pay for anything other than a T-shirt? Oh, no ticket cost whatsoever.
There you go.
Okay. The inside I wonder why that is. The inside of the PC is a shed. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Very small, but I actually like that because no matter where you sit, you'll get a good view. I've not thought about that from a fan perspective. Thank you for that. I was sat a few rows back from commentary over Booker's right shoulder. So I had a perfect view of my scrolling his phone and sticking the end of his pen feather into a small fan on his desk during adverts because he clearly got bored.
Hang on.
Okay, now it's getting good.
He's got a fan on his desk. He's just like nonchalantly
sharpening his blade on the Vic gives him any stick.
Did he order any food? Is what we want to know. What did he order?
Now the NXT crowd have often been accused of being plants. Blasphemy. We've never said that. We are not, or they are not, but the aforementioned free ticket helps, and there is a stagehand who signals the crowd to make certain reactions.
Dun, dun, dun.
So they aren't plants, but they are directed. Sounds like semantics to me. All in all, it was a good show from an audience perspective, and most of the audience seemed to know each other, which does add to a good vibe. Other than the three guys in front of me, who without getting into too many details, were, this is in capital letters, perverts.
Now that is the bit I want more details
hang on, what do you mean
about.
we're going to give you more detail? You better.
Is he talking about Vic, Booker, and Corey?
Yeah, we know that already. I suppose I've got to ask an actual question for this. You don't have to, but thank you. Of all the wrestling venues you've been to, which surprised you with either how good they were or how bad they were from an attendee standpoint? Oh, okay. All the best, Dan from Paisley, Scotland. Also, to demonstrate that this hasn't all been BS, attached are some photos from the show.
We believe you.
Do we have those?
Look alive, Owen. Are you listening?
I was waiting for the cue. We do have them.
Sorry.
We do have them.
It's on this one.
Oh, they only look great.
There we are.
Hey!
Hello, friends.
Red Rum Club. Red Rum. Red. Is that a Shining reference or is that a thing you can... Yeah, is he a murderer? Hang on.
Lovely pristine white shirt considering it was raining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doubt.
He got on the bus. He got on the bus straight away.
He got on the bus.
No stiffy,
good
though.
point. Another throwback to what's his name?
Jim.
I want to say John.
Judas.
Jim the Jabber.
Quit your Jim the Jabber.
Jim the Jabber.
That's a nice photo, and you're both smiling convincingly, which is good. No wonder NXT cameras liked you. You need shiny, happy people in the audience, and you are both that.
There's a lot of blurring in the people behind you, so it looks like they're running away from something.
Let's do the stampede, you idiots!
It's Dark State, leg it!
What was the question?
Wrestling venues you've liked, wrestling venues you don't like.
Ooh.
Liverpool Olympia is the worst I've been to watch wrestling.
I'm saying that. Why was it so bad?
Cold. Just a really old building as well.
It's a very old venue, though.
Yeah, very old venue.
Very old.
Best one. I'm like, just making the Jason voice. Not
Oh, Jason's here. We can ask him.
What's your worst or best? That's what I think about mine.
Well, don't go to Manhattan. Oh, all right. Yeah, I saw that film. It sucked. Thank you, mate. Well, while you're thinking, now you know what, Tom, you must have been bloody loads of venues we're not been
I'm trying to think of bad venues I've been to. I've been to some lovely venues.
Pleasant surprise for me was the one that Rise went to, which was right next to the bloody hippie cafe. Decided, you know what works best for deathmatch shows? What's that, Rise?
Sheath Street.
Yeah, what you said.
Yeah, we went to that together, didn't we?
We did, where it was like, on the right will be a deathmatch tournament. Tomorrow night will be a poetry reading. You can buy your fruit and vegetables here. I'm like, this is so great. This is not going to work at all. And it didn't last for very long, but it was good while it was there.
Because they didn't give them the full skinny on the fact that it was a deathmatch tournament.
Yeah,
so
and allegedly, reportedly, maybe unconfirmed, probably was true. They didn't do a good job of cleaning up afterwards. Some shows up a delightful poetry evening the next night. You know, please watch the barbed wire on the floor. Allegedly,
apparently. But Rise do some really kooky venues. The Broodnell. I always like the Broodnell. It's got a nice edge to it. That's the one. That's another Leeds. That's a Leeds one. It's got a social pub attached to it, and then you got like a function room. And they lob the ring in the middle of the function room. They do like Summer Sesh there and the Rise Rumble there. Okay. It's kind of their homestead. That's a nice venue. Always it's very intimate, like piled on each other. Anarchy Brew for North Wrestling's a lovely venue. I love Anarchy.
Oh, Anarchy Brewery's lovely.
Anarchy Brewery is great. It's just it's got a nice vibe for wrestling, and they've recently refurbed it, so they get a bit more people in there now, which is nice.
What were you at the Rise one where they started? I know this is just a Rise podcast now, but like the one that Rise did when they first started, but it was maybe the size of this room. And I went there and like, oh, Matthew's here. And I went, yeah. And I go, where's the show? And he went, in here. I'm like, oh, that's why there's the rest of the ring. I thought this was backstage. You're like, no. I'm like, oh.
No, I'm not. I wasn't at that one.
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask, like, I know there's a ring there, but you're kidding, right? Maybe 20 people could fit in. It was crazy. That's all obviously, they went off, started small and everything, but you know.
I don't like the NE6 suite in Biker. Oh, not Biker. In Walker. NE6 suite's a bit. It's fine.
It's vintage.
Fine. It's vintage.
I've been there when there's been people in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, when they did the amateur kickboxing.
Okay.
Packed to the rafters.
Oh, is it? Okay, maybe I've done them a great disservice then.
When there's loads of people in, it's completely different. But when you're there, you're like, is this Phoenix Nights, the third series or something? But
I'll go for AT&T Stadium to be the best place I've seen wrestling. WrestleMania 32.
Ooh.
Free ticket.
Free. Did you have to wait in a bus? Or for free water?
Didn't sleep for 4 days, but got free flights and a free ticket.
I was just thought the Hydro is nice because there's so many crazy buildings around it. It's nothing to do there, but you walk up 10 minutes and there's a place called the strip joint. It's funny because I said I'm at the strip joint and people went during the day. I went, oh, here we go.
What is it?
It's just a place that does nice chicken. And I'd like lots of like
chicken strips.
Yeah, exactly. But they were showing wrestling, so I said, "Oh, Sid turning on Hogan is at the strip joint." The strippers love Sid. But there was the Clydesdale crane, this giant crane with Clydesdale written on it. I went, "What's the story there? Does anyone know?" And everyone went, "Yeah, we all know." I was like, "Oh, that's nice." Everyone just knows this heritage point.
Oh,
I went, "Is there any sarnies there? I'm starving." Yeah, I think we answered that question.
I think we did. Thank you very much.
Say anything?
No. Okay, no. Favorite was Clash of the Castle 2024.
That's
the
lovely.
Hydro.
Principality.
No, at the Hydro.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Principality was good. My worst was probably Wembley, actually.
All right.
Well, because you were sat next to me, was it?
Just, I've never been in a stadium that big. Because obviously we went to Clash in 2022 at the Principality, but we were sat fairly close. So I've never sat that far away from a ring. So from an audience perspective, it's probably like.
And they didn't have the big screen on our side.
Yeah, they didn't, did they?
Terrible.
I still don't understand why.
At Wembley.
They didn't have the screen on?
Didn't have this on ours.
Yeah.
Really?
We were opposite the entrance ramp, so like at the far end, and they didn't have.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, no, they did do that for weird reason. That
Terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, also, yeah, Wembley last year was an amazing event, and I really liked it live. But there was somebody behind me that was just saying stuff that this match sucks. This match sucks. I want to have sex with that woman. I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like.
Oh,
you know we can hear you, right?
I was next to you.
What do you like?
I want to have sex with that woman. Hey up, diddlers. How are you doing, pal?
Great.
It's impression of me, so it doesn't really work if I say it.
Did.
Hi, it's me, Maffew. Long time Cultaholic, enjoy you here. That's a lie. I've only been good the last 2 years. Been watching since the early name redacted days and still never miss a podcast. Well, God bless you.
Thank you.
I usually stick with you lot on during my long runs, which probably makes me look completely unhinged to passers-by as I'm cracking up at whatever nonsense you're on about. Also, big fan of Ross's EAFC streams, and I'm always trying to chuck a like and a comment in when I remember, because as we all know, that's the best free way to support quality bollocks like that.
That's what I say every day.
Anyway, I recently took our lass to her first ever live wrestling show at Forbidden Door, and thought I'd share her thoughts with you lovely lot. I dropped the papers, I'm sorry. She was a bit worried during the pre-show because she reckoned she might fall asleep if it carried on like that. But once the main card got going, she was proper into it. Her favourites ended up being Hangman, Brody King, and Nigel McGuinness. Match of the night for her was MJF versus Paige, and she thought the lights-out steel cage match, Brav, was, quote, stupid and pointless. I always find it fascinating seeing how non-wrestling folks react to the grappling. So here's a question for you all. Have you ever taken a mate or partner who's not into wrestling to a show, and what do they think of it? Did they leave converted or confused? Thanks for all the laughs throughout the years. Lads, you've been a constant source of joy and nonsense. Yours sincerely, every 2010-2011 FPL manager's dream, Jose Basingwa, a.k.a. Smelly Old Bastard. My favourite rapper. A.k.a. Con Air from Huddersfield. Con Air? What, the film?
Con Air.
Oh,
French.
sweet.
Con Air.
Yeah. Easy answer for me. There was a lad who used to work at What Culture back in the day with us who was a Game of Thrones writer, but he would always say about the wrestling, it's not even real. Why do you like it? While he's sitting there writing about dragons. But we managed to get him along to a wrestling show in one of the WCPW shows in London, and he was in the atmosphere, and it was like watching the heels cheating in the crowd going, no, that's bad, the heels. He got proper caught up in it. So it was nice to see him understand what wrestling was when he was there live, instead of going, they're not even because he was a Mackham as well. He's like, they're not even punching each other either. What do you like about this?
It's cheesy, this.
Writing about bloody Game of Thrones.
So who was wrestling then? Was it Ultimo? Was it Dragon? Anyway, that's a good answer. Yeah. I never dragged a friend to a wrestling show. That seems too cruel, to be honest with you. But I remember being at a WWE non-televised event at the Telewest, and I forget who was wrestling, but Pac was doing his stuff, and there was a mum right to me who, she may have had a newspaper with her, if I remember right. Obviously really into this, and I just packed on the top rope ready for his finisher, and I went, sorry Rob, but like, you should watch this. She went, all right, and he did the bloody red arrow. Yeah. And she went, whoa. And I went, how did you know I was going to do that? And I'm like, wrestling's fake. She went back to reading the paper. She had a lovely time.
So a few years ago, a friend of Alex's came up to stay with us. She'd just broken up with her boyfriend, and Alex said, hey, come and have a weekend with us. Like, she was on her own. She's like, come and have a weekend with us. And then I was like, you've invited her, but you know it's North tomorrow night. And so, we'll bring her to the wrestling. It'll be fine. So it's like, so this will take your mind off it. You're coming to the wrestling. And and the North crowd are just so wonderfully welcoming to new people. So when I brought Alex for the first time to North, they were like, come and stand with us. You're part of our corner now. One of us. Big shout to Hannah and Claire, who very much looked after my wife when she first came along, and did the same to Georgia when she joined us. And Georgia was very much like uncertain about anything at this point, and a bit like just a bit emotional still, because she's been split up with her partner. And then cut to about an hour and a half later, and it's Session Moth Martina and Charlie Evans. And as Session's having her head stapled by Charlie Evans. She's just going, what are they doing? What are they doing? Screaming and going, can I get a red stripe, please? What are they doing? And as I saw her chugging a red stripe, just completely engulfed in what was that, and I thought, she's a converted fan. I mean, afterwards she went, I probably won't go again, but I had a lovely time. But she enjoyed it immensely.
It was nice when Alex went to Bleeding Gums Wrestling, R.I.P., by the way, I think that's a thing. And she was like, is this good, Maffew? I went, yeah, I'm glad you like it. And he goes, I check the hard drives of every fan here. Like, Alex, you're here. Are you confessing?
Sounds like something she would say.
Bless her. So thank you for that. Thank you, Conair. Big fan.
Conair.
Hello, my fellow cult members. Hi. Been listening since the Name Redacted days. I've asked for Maffew specifically because we're both queer nerds. Oh, okay. That somehow ended up with a lot of furry friends without being one. It sounds sus already. So that perhaps explains why out of nowhere watching Dynamite, what's this?
Oh, no.
I had the strong feeling that between everyone on the AEW roster, Athena is the most likely to have a persona. The Beast Mortos does not count because he's already half bull, half lawyer. He would not need a persona. So Maffew, with your knowledge of the community, hang on, can you give everyone in the office a persona? XOXO, 8-time Evo winner Sonic Fox. Oh, okay, Randy from Texas. All right, okay. Sonic Fox, that's it. All right, well done, mate.
Persona.
Well done in your success.
Rapid fire around the room.
Owen's a fox.
Why?
Why am I a fox?
I can imagine a fox with your voice and not batting an eyelid. Hi, it's me. Oh, hiya.
Oh.
Is that good?
Foxes are cool.
Foxes are cool.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm a cool guy.
Get that man in the hen house immediately.
Tom's a bear.
Of course.
And by that, I mean a big gay man.
I'm with that completely.
And
I've been told if I was 100% that way inclined, I'd make a brilliant bear.
100%. Ross. We've done this already. You're convinced you're a fox, aren't you?
That was online.
A wolf.
That's not your opinion.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did an online survey and found out I was a wolf.
I'm trying to think. Because you're really like funny and talented and stuff, but you're like not like I have to be alpha. So you're not like a lion or stuff like that. You're like a polar bear.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Yeah, because you're good with like people around you, but you obviously can just shut your eyes and no one can see you, I guess, in all the whiteness.
And you sleep on a glacier mint.
And I eat penguins.
And you drink cool.
Penguins.
Holidays are coming.
What would you give yourself then?
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's.
You must have thought like, oh, I aspire to be.
Oh, when I went, I did used to go to a fur meet. They go, what's your persona then? I'm like, oh, I haven't got one, but I don't want to be seen as a tourist. I thought, a penguin. And someone went, oh, I can see that. I went, really? He goes, yeah, you're like the actor who plays Penguin in the Batman TV show. I went, really? And I look, and I'm like, oh, crap, it's not that far off, actually. So I unintentionally stitched myself up. And there's people going to point out in the no, it's not people can point this out. Why am I even bringing it up? That's not a persona. That would be a scaly.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah,
because
scaly if it's like, well, not got fur, obviously.
Oh,
not fur in a
yes.
penguin.
I'm going to say that you're a meerkat.
Oh, okay.
I can see a meerkat.
A meerkat.
Like a proper one or the one from the advert?
A proper one. Proper meerkat.
That's true.
That's also from the advert.
No, they talk like this in real life. Simples.
I think a meerkat.
How you doing, mate?
Let's.
Rita, I'm a meerkat.
Oh, what's Shag and Joel?
Oh.
What animal has lots of sex? A rabbit.
Oh, he's a rabbit.
Not fun, that.
A boy's a rabbit.
Yeah.
Rabbit.
With Rebecca and Rachel. But not Megan.
Yeah.
Crucially.
It's like Mambo number 5, isn't it? Well, thank you very much for your lovely questions and thoughts and
concerns.
Yeah. Mailbag at cultaholic.com.
It's Cultaholics.
Big question.
What a lovely podcast. And what was that noise? Big question is, well, it was going to be about Clash of Paris, but no one cares. So instead it's going to be, could the Raja Jackson KnokX Pro Assault have been avoided?
So this is the big story this week. Raja Jackson turned up at a KnokX Pro event as a guest of AJ Manor, and behind the scenes, everything's streamed. All of this is filmed, and behind the scenes, he gets into a conversation with Psycho Stu, a wrestler there, and Psycho Stu, believing that Raj is part of the show, goes, "Hey, I'm Psycho Stu." Hits him with a beer can. This leads to like, oh, he's not part of the show. Then apologies all round, and it's decided that actually let's make this part of the show. Raja Jackson is then added. There's a segment added later in the show, in which Raja Jackson will attack Psycho Stu during his match. Now it was a conversation that was captured where AJ Manor said to Raja Jackson, "Make sure you give him a receipt for the can across the head." And Raja Jackson's like, "I don't care what we do as long as I get my lick back." The plan, according to some reports, is going to be that Raja was going to get into the ring and do a waistlock takedown onto Psycho Stu. According to an interview with AJ Manor, the promoter, Black Pearl, apparently said that, "Oh no, what you're going to do is take him down and then punch him until somebody comes and pulls you away." While this is going on, Raja Jackson received a phone call from his dad, Rampage Jackson, who makes homophobic comments about wrestling. Said, "Oh, what are you doing there with all these guys in baby oil and all this stuff?" And this is just winding up
Rampage Jackson.
Rampage Jackson, member of the main event Mafia.
Oh, God, was he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Main event Mafia from TNA. Certainly was. All of this is being streamed as well, and you've got the chat in Raja Jackson's stream rage baiting him, essentially, go, you got owned by a wrestler, I bet you won't do it. And then Raja Jackson's just rising to all this bait all the way through and going, at one point he's heard saying 50 subs and I'll knock him out. So like it's all this evidence is in there. The bit comes in, you might have seen the footage, he gives him a takedown and just starts punching him mercilessly. Stu is out the moment he hits the ground, but Raja, who is even in MMA, you're trained, once the guy's out, you stop, just wails on him. And then in comes Douglas Mallow, the epic Douglas Mallow, to try and pull him away. Yeah. And he's not having it at first, and he's got to really muscle him to take him away. Eventually, they get him off. By that point, the damage has already been done. You can hear screams on the live stream, and it's reported that Stu Smith flatlined in the ring as he was eventually taken away by medical personnel. Footage shows Raja Jackson afterwards just leaving the arena, just ranting about like how he's sick of being treated badly and he's not going to be effed with anymore. He's in on the phone to AJ Manor, who AJ Manor says, you were only meant to give him a receipt by taking him down, not punching me flatlined, to which Raja Jackson turns around and says, my bad. Like, this guy's nearly died in the ring. My bad. Consequently, the result of all this is that Psycho Stu went to hospital where many broken bones in his face, a lot of broken teeth. He nearly choked on his own blood in the process. He was unconscious for a long time as well. WWE stepped in because KnokX Pro is an affiliate promotion, or at least was an affiliate promotion. They immediately stepped in and said, we are no longer affiliated with you completely. AJ Manor was removed from the company and fired from his actual job. Douglas Mallow has done several interviews where he has revealed that the KnokX Pro locker room have been told not to cooperate with LAPD, who are investigating. That was an
astonishing thing to read. Like, what decade do you think it is?
Yeah, don't talk to LAPD. Like, don't do it. But all of this happening, and all of these ripples from this event, the one thing that hasn't happened at time of recording, but this is the Cultaholic podcast, so obviously
there's going to be a curse.
Something's going to happen. Raja Jackson has not been arrested at this point. Rampage Jackson has denounced the thing that his son did and wishes Stu a full recovery, but he's standing by his son because he's gone, I'm a dad, and that's what I do. Raja Jackson has yet to speak about it. He's lost his kick account completely, so he's been banned from Kick now. Obviously, the one thing that was reported as well, that he'd suffered a concussion a few weeks before that. It still doesn't excuse it. He's killing a man in the ring, but that's kind of the skinny of it, and I think we want to weigh in on what could have been done to have avoided this situation from happening altogether.
Well, first of all, that was a beautiful summary. Thank you very much.
It's a beautiful summary of a disgusting situation.
Yeah. If people aren't aware, and it has been getting lots of talk about and clicks and everything else like that. By the way, just a heads up, it is brutal.
Yeah,
it's just not, it's not like a hee. It's like, oh no, that is obviously you did a very good job explaining that, but like, even worse than you might be thinking.
Yeah,
and it's I was gonna say funny. That's obviously not the wrong word I want to use, but it's similar to when I was reading, Mr. Happy himself, the Dynamite Kid's autobiography. He also had the same idea, a mentality. It's so weird how old school the story is almost in some ways. Where if someone annoyed him, I think Dr. Dave Schultz annoyed him or like gave him too stiff a shot. And David apologized and was, I'm sorry. And he went, oh, it's okay, to his face. And then he's just like, but I got my revenge a week later because I came off the cage and I went knees first in his ribs. And you're like, yeah, but you told him to his face. Is all right.
Scubby, innit?
Yeah. I'm going to screw him for that thing he apologized for. And you're like, oh, okay. Obviously, none of us are trained wrestlers. Obviously, you've done some stuff near the ring and done a better than me. So have you. And wait, Tom, you took a hell of a bump.
I did indeed.
You wrestled it as well.
I did, but that was like, I'm an untrained person, and it was me being far too, overzealous with taking a bump. And even if that was the case, my mindset wouldn't be, I'm going to make sure I hit them back properly in a bit.
Oh, you wouldn't think that, would you?
No, because I'm a normal human being, and that's not how it rolls in the real world. The receipt line from AJ Manor is pretty damning. AJ Manor has turned around and gone, in an interview, he said, well, this was part of the storyline that we were doing. I was in character when I said, give him a shoot punch, essentially, which doesn't hold up. It's the idea, because it was filmed. It was a vignette backstage where I said, make sure you give him a receipt. That doesn't hold up to me when you go, oh, that was a character thing I was doing.
It could if the other guy you're talking to was a wrestler and
who actually understood the concept of that.
Right, hi, you're not in the business really that much. Here's some terms I expect you to fully understand. That's a horrible communication.
He's not in it at all. He was there because he was a guest of AJ Manor, who is in the business. So when AJ Manor said give him a receipt, Raja Jackson read that as, I'll just beat the guy to oblivion. And also when the promoter's gone, you punch him until someone takes you off. They're all doing this with either the stupidity or the naivety of someone to go, oh, you'll know what he's doing. No, he doesn't. And he was someone who genuinely feels like he has been disrespected. And someone who clearly has anger issues and dealt with it the way that he knew how to handle it, which was the wrong way to do it. But the promotion, I think there is so much fault in the promotion. Like, why on earth would you go, oh, let's turn this into an angle? When you know that the guy there isn't trained at all.
You can turn it into an angle, but why not have a wrestler do the fighting bit on behalf of Raja Jackson? Right. Why have Raja Jackson get physical at all?
Yeah.
Have him do something on the apron that distracts Psycho Stu.
Yeah, you're not trained. Fantastic. We'll put you on the spot. It's like, what?
There were so many red flags around that whole situation.
Yeah.
It's like
they were like Minesweeper.
Right when Raja was ringside and they were still filming him, and he was outwardly saying, "I'm going to beat this guy. I'm going to punch this guy. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to punch this guy. 50 subs. I'm going to knock this guy out." And what's damning is, behind him is one of the wrestlers from KnokX Pro, because there's a bit of the footage where he goes up and says, "When do I jump in the ring?" And one of the guys, I forget who, I apologize, he says, "I'll come sit behind you and I will tap you when it's your time to run in."
Right.
So there is somebody from KnokX Pro sat exactly behind Raja as he's going, 50 subs, I'll knock him out proper. How do you not see the red flags there?
Yeah.
I get in the eye of the storm as everything's happening. You probably think, "Oh, this will all be fine," but there's so many. Hindsight's 2020, admittedly, but
it's amazing how this is a company affiliated with WWE. It sounds like
not anymore.
It sounds like a bloody. I can't think of a proper word. A sloppy shop, whatever.
Yeah,
it's very unprofessional.
Well, it's Rikishi and Black Pearl's, and I think Gangrel's promotion. I think
Who's Black Pearl? It's a ship from bloody Pirates of the Caribbean, isn't it?
Member of the Anawai family, along with Rikishi.
Oh, of course,
it's their
is.
promotion.
Right.
So they're.
So Rikishi's going to do a podcast where he blames the WWE for not putting the belt on Jey Uso. Right, okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
It also sounds like the fact that he's getting himself all psyched up and whatever he thought of beforehand. The mentality that I'm going to do it for real, do it for real. It also sounds like the bloody John Tenta Koji Katao story where they were professional until they were in the respective locker rooms, apparently going to Brett and Bruce, where all the respective locker rooms are going to go, "You're going to take that? You're going to take that from that fake sumo dude or whatever?" And he's like,
well, it's instead of a locker room full of your peers, it is a chat stream full of 8-year-olds.
And his dad saying, "Well, you don't hang out with the gays."
And his dad, it was just, It's a hindsight's 2020, but there's so many things that could have been done to have avoided it. You know, Psycho Stu hitting him with a beer can was what began it, but it certainly absolutely should have ended there.
See, I've not seen that bit. Why did he hit him? Is he in the crowd?
No. So they're outside the venue, and Psycho Stu and a few others have seen cameras following this guy around, so they assume it's part of the show. And they're chatting away, and he's even like, "Oh, do you know who I am? Oh, are you going to sell this? Are you going to sell this?" And Raja's going, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "I'm Psycho Stu," and he hits him with a can on his head.
So Psycho Stu just goes up to a guy.
They were chatting for a bit, and then they did it.
He thought he was a wrestler on the show.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to say, this is just...
the whole situation...
It sounds like a comedy of errors.
Yeah, a whole situation could have been avoided by just...
You got a camera on, you better hit you with a
grown-ups
can.
in the room, I think.
Only a wrestler would see a dude walk around with lots of cameras and people giving him publicity and go, "He must be a wrestler."
Yeah.
Like, no, not a YouTuber,
an
a
angle.
streamer or anything nowadays. Vlogger. No, it's a wrestler.
It's weird because I've been in some locker rooms where you do have those guys who are just on the moment they arrive, and I remember there was one incident where I was working one show and this guy came in and he was just like, the moment he came in, he was like the heel wrestler that he plays, sunglasses, swaggering around. I was doing some announcements during the show. And he walks up and he just grabs the microphone out of my hand and goes, because I was plugging the training academy for this place, and he grabs the mic out of my hand and goes, he goes, "Hey, I wouldn't join because then you'll have to face me." Pushes the mic back into my chest and leave. And I was like, that wasn't. And I went to the back and I went, "Excuse me, if you're going to do something like that, could you let me know? Because that was really effing embarrassing what you did just there." "What'd you say, mate?" I said, "What you did there was really effing embarrassing. Really? Don't do that." I go, "Oh, I'm sorry." Get him. It's true. It was just, it's that. And I think sometimes there's these cases, I'm not like, that's so out of character for me to do that. But something like that happened to me about 15 years before. And I just kind of took it, and I guess that's just the nature of the business.
And you thought about it for 15 years.
And I took it all out of him. But
like, you can love experience again.
But when you're young, you go, "Okay, that's probably just the way." But then I'm too old and ugly for it now. And I went, "Actually, no, that ain't gonna fly. You have a bit of respect." And there you go. Yeah. But I think so I've experienced those locker rooms where people are just on the moment they're in there, because for them it's like this is their world, and and for them, like, the moment they're on, like, Saturday night becomes them as who they want to be as a person. And I think a locker room like that, it sounds like there's some characters in there that are like that.
Yeah.
I think it could have been avoided by more grown-ups in the room.
Yeah.
just saying.
I honestly, we hope everyone, he's obviously.
He's last we heard he was conscious. Psycho Stu.
Right.
So Stu Smith, he's conscious. He's in hospital. He's communicating. I think nearly $200,000 has been raised on a GoFundMe. Mr. Beast donated $10,000 of that. Chris
a change
Jericho
for him.
has as well. Several MMA guys have as well. Yeah, so at least we know, like, financially, him and his family are going to be supported whilst he has what will probably be a long road to recovery. This is a guy who was also a US Marine who suffered post-traumatic stress disorder, which just adds to this whole awful situation for him. That wrestling was kind of an outlet for him, and then all of that happened with a hot-headed young man who was goaded on by his dad and a kickstream. So could have all been avoided.
Yeah,
I think. In terms of how, though, I guess don't put people in there that
aren't wrestlers.
Aren't wrestlers.
Wow. Crazy
Maybe.
thoughts.
What a crazy idea,
God.
right? What a crazy idea.
There was a time when I was a kid and I got riled up by my mate at school. But I was in a bad headspace because me bloody thought my parents getting divorced, but they didn't, thankfully. And kind of got a really bad mood. And my mate, who I really liked, was taunting me, but just in a way we'd always do. But I'm like, and I went for him. It was embarrassing because I got him in like a,
you know, like
I kind of did like a spear to him and took him down, like ready. I'm like, I don't know what to do here. Now I've done this. So he just punched me very hard in the face. And the teacher threw us both out. And I just went, sorry about that, mate. And he went, it's all right. It was a boring class anyway. I felt sort of stupid afterwards. Like, oh, God, what am I doing? But it's as close as I've come to that situation. Any, you all right? I don't know, you ever been in a position where you've had to shoot fight somebody? But
I've only ever hit one person. Just a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a mate of mine was. It's the first time I got fat, which is towards the end of high school when he started drinking, and he's just going about me weight, and I was like, didn't take it very well, so I just bopped him in the eye. I don't really fight though, man. I've only ever fought once more, but I was on a night out. I was just trying to split people up, get out of it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not really a fighter, me.
Oh,
I could throw him.
You're a lover, not a fighter.
I could throw him if I need to, lads. You know, just watch out. But yeah, only once. Yeah,
Good.
Gave him a black eye, so he never did it again.
Oh, nice.
This kind
I
of
got a swollen face here, so I'm like, yeah, you better learn your lesson now.
this kind of conversation lives on Cultaholic After Dark, I do believe.
It does, yes. We'll be shooting episode 2 next Thursday. They'll be every other week, bi-weekly. The first one's gone down, so thank you if you're on the Patreon and supporting that bollocks.
Proper bollocks, because you wanted it. Yeah. So send your thoughts and queries to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
Yeah.
And go to patreon.com/cultaholic to vote in the lovely Hall of Fame and become a Patreon person, producer. Why do I mess that up every week? I don't know. It's part of my gimmick. And, that'll be it until next week. But, Tom, what have you got for us until you do stuff?
I'll plug Aidan and Fraser Porter's Film Fridays, which I think... if it's on right now, if you're watching this as it's come out live, you'll be able to watch back the last one on the Patreon stream.
Yes,
they're watching wrestling and wrestling adjacent movies every Friday on our Twitch, and they're good fun. Twitch.tv/Cultaholic to do that. Come to North tomorrow.
Oh,
all caps at Anarchy Brew.
Ooh,
be nice then.
That lovely venue we plugged
earlier.
That
lovely venue that we plugged earlier. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. And then it's a whole weekend of wrestling once again. Clash in Paris.
Yeah, Sam and Andrew will be live as the show is going on for a live stream. Tom with What Happened after the show. I'll have WTF moments on the Patreon next week. And Forbidden Doors should have gone live by the time this podcast goes live.
Woohoo.
We're all moving.
So Andrew and Sam are on a thing together.
Feet.
Oof.
A lot of feet. Feet. All the feet.
That's going to be an 18+ rated stream.
Feet.
Feet in Paris.
Yeah.
Thank you. Me and Tom do the Cultaholic Classic SmackDown review. We are up to February. Yeah,
We're on the road to WrestleMania 19, and Kurt Angle has just done his neck in.
Everyone's injured.
Everybody's injured.
But Rhino's here, so it's all right.
New episode tomorrow morning when you wake up.
Yay.
Lovely.
Owen, anything to plug?
No.
Good lad.
End the podcast.
Fantastic. We're now going to point at the lovely, lovely pictures we have behind us, and we're going to say something on 3. So, au revoir.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Paul!
What?
Paul!